Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Hello, Shiki. You are just in time for some Tales of Symphonia action. Hello, Nekomichi. What if Pika got drunk? Neko, why would you wish something so destructive into the world? Hello, Brig. Hello, Clutch. Thank you so much for that work lurk. Hello, Joe Fess. How you doing tonight? Star Pendle, good evening. Good evening to you, Star Pendle. Brig, I heard you're doing ASMR tonight. What? I barely understand what ASMR is. Morph just came for the ASMR. It was how he was like, that's all. Of course. Yeah, I can't even imagine what, like I said, I barely understand what ASMR is. So, no idea. Neko, also he's got 2 drinks. Are we sure those are non-alcoholic? Oh, they're fully alcoholic. But actually that is supposed to be Tom Berry's drink. So I don't know, this party's been going on for 4 days. I barely have it together here anymore. Hello, Magic Chicken. Hello, Pando. It's good to be back at the Pando party. It's good to have you here again, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great news grapes. Morph. A feeling of well-being combined with a tingling sensation in the scalp and down the back of the neck, as experienced by some people in response to a specific gentle stimulus, often a particular sound. Nekomichi has broken it down as ASMR, sexy voice to help you sleep, I think. Shiki, it's mostly whispering. I truly don't okay, like, y'all have said some stuff and I super don't get it, like 3000% don't understand. Star Pendle, how many more days are there? I think that tonight is the last one unless another one gets redeemed. Whispering Canadian words into the mic. Poutine A. All right, sorry. Poutine A. Yes, I'm not a good whisperer, so also the idea of it, I guess, kind of makes me feel oh no. I guess I'm not cleaning up my apartment for another day or 2. Wahoo! Okay, well, you continue to get the Pando party into tomorrow. There you go. Magic Chicken, I'm so glad you're doing excellent. That makes me a happy Pando. Let me tell you what. Jake, you used to experience ASMR when you were a kid, but those ASMR videos do nothing for you. Yeah, yeah, y'all explained it, but it still doesn't make any sense to me. Brig, is Murloc wearing a tutu? No, he's wearing his, he's got a leg going on here. No tutus for that Murloc, but the tutu would be pretty good too. He's a man now, I see. Hey, a man can wear a tutu if a man dang well pleases. Magic Chicken, you just chopped some onions and grated some mozzarella cheese. Your nesting partner is going to use them to make French onion soup now. It's a good evening. Oh my gosh, that's okay. So I love, yes, cooking, having someone do the prep and then me cooking it with the prepped ingredients is one of my favorite things. So I'm very happy because I love to cook, but I hate all the prep work. I hate chopping. I don't hate it, but it's just like I'm not good at it. So I'm just like, good enough. Magic Chicken, and you're writing the draft of chapter 4 of your second book. Well, that's exciting. That's rad news, rhinos. That's what that is. Let me tell you what. Ruler of Inches. Hey, Pando, what's shakin'? Well, I just got home. I didn't just get home. I've been home. I played some Miles Morales today. I had a pretty yucko headache earlier today, which has thankfully gone the way of the dodo. But who here's hoping it stays away, fingers crossed. But otherwise, your Panda's doing great. I had a really relaxing weekend. I ate a lot of ice cream. I ate some real good food. So, I'm doing great. I'm doing real great. I also ate some Chinese food today. Hello. Ruler of Inches. Oh, how are you liking Miles Morales? Are you pumped for Wolverine? Yeah. I'm very pumped for Wolverine, but I'm even more excited for Spider-Man 2 because I'm just a sucker for the Spider-Mans. But I am excited Insomniac's doing them both. So, hello, I'm here for it. Brig, you can buy the prepped ingredients at the store, but it's like triple the price. Yeah, I wouldn't do it because your Pando's broke, Brig. Also, I always feel like the pre-prepped stuff it doesn't taste as fresh. It's not quite as good as like chopping it up yourself. Like a chopped up onion, pre-chopped up at the store, it's gonna lose some of that like juiciness, that watery onion crisp, I feel like you need it. Magic Chicken, thank you for the support. I know tonight's Pando party will go amazing. Why, thank you. I'm so glad to hear you say that and to have the faith in me to produce a good Pando party on a Monday. It's also my first day back after vacation today from like actual work, and I'm just like, wow, 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 wow. Shiki, did you ever finish Breath of the Wild? Oh, I finished Breath of the Wild the month it came out. I had things I had to do, and so I got Breath of the Wild. I actually got and finished it on my Wii U. That's where I played it. But I had Persona 5 that I had to beat it before, so I had 1 month. 1 dang month. Just went for it. Star Pendle, Insomniac is pretty go. You're right. Morph. Is it Pikachu's birthday today? It's not. It's still my birthday. We've had a party stream since last Saturday, and people have kept redeeming it. So my birthday party has continued, and it has not stopped continuing since last Saturday. So we're still going. Neko, Pando said earlier today that we're all her inside friends. You bet your bottom dollar, Neko Michi. I was like looking at all those, like everyone's tweeting those, like, here's my Twitter inner circle. And I was like, not on anybody's. And I'm like, oh, I think this probably means I don't use Twitter enough. I'm like, well, you know what? Everyone's on my inner circle. Isn't that nice? Draco, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Happy 19th birthday. Hey, I mean, thank you. Thank you. Shiki, I beat it the first time when it came out, and then way later you lost the save file, but the save file. But I recently started playing it again, and I'm already at the last Divine Beast. Nice. It is actually, you can beat Breath of the Wild in like a half an hour, I think, if you just blast your way into the Hyrule Castle. I'm sure you're not speedrunning it, but heck yeah. That's fun. I actually re-got Breath of the Wild for my Switch, but I have never played it on there. Excuse me. So that's interesting. Xerix, IR late, got distracted by our eyes. Hey, no worries, Xerix. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying our eyes so much. I will play Arise shortly. And by shortly, I mean when I finish the last, 8 games I'm currently playing. Neko thinks, you're about to get your 6th party member? Nice. Shiki, you're taking your time. Of course. That's how I'm going to play. Because, I actually skipped a whole bunch of the shrines and stuff when I played. I only did about 50 of the 200 because I had to play Persona 5. It was my most anticipated game of all time. But I had to play one of the best reviewed games of all time at that moment. So I was like, well, I guess I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now. It's amazing apparently. And then, oh man, it was just, lots of stuff going on there. Bootless Pit, hello. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? How's your Monday? Star Pendle, same. But I need to take my time with what I got first. Me too. Although, let me tell you what, it is an ideal problem to have. I would always rather have too many video games than not enough video games. Sorry, I totally shorted out there. I just stopped thinking. Bootless Pit, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing very, very well. Thank you so much, Bootless Pit, for asking. I just played a lot of Miles Morales today. Some really good Chinese food. All in all, today was a 10 out of, okay, well, no, I can't give it a full 10 out of 10 day because I did have a real bad headache in the morning. But other than that, I would say, a solid 8 out of 10. Xerix, you just got your third party member. Oh, okay. That's fun, Xerix. You don't have a ton of time to play, right? Because you had a busy weekend. How was your D&D Saturday? That's what you had going on, right? Shiki, the first time I got all the shrines, and this time I have like almost 70. It's funny because you didn't plan on doing a lot of them. It just sort of happened. The shrines are really cool. When I play, I plan on getting all the shrines. But you know what? The world is short. And the world is short. There is not enough time in the day to play every single video game out there, let alone play the same one twice. I'm sure I'll get around to Breath of the Wild again for sure. But gosh, dang goodness, there's so many games. Neko, oh, right, you lost twice and then dropped it to story. Oh, right, you had some tough bosses. Yikesy wakesy. I'm looking forward to Arise. Y'all are making me really, really excited for Arise. If I wasn't already very excited for Arise. But speaking of Tales games, we have another Tales game here. A lot of people's favorites Tales games to hit the back half of here. In fact, I was looking up, as I usually do, I try to look at because I've beat the game before, I'm not afraid of spoilers. Though no spoilers in the chat for anyone who hasn't played this game. But I go to the walkthrough before every stream and just kind of see where we're going so I can name the stream properly. And I was like, oh, flip. We're getting pretty close to the dang part end here. The dang part end. We're getting pretty close to the end of this video game. So that's something to keep in mind, that we're getting near the end. Also, just going to... Brig, I haven't played 15 in weeks, unfortunately. I got to get back to it. But speaking of Final Fantasy 14, here's something I'm gonna pass by y'all, and you can tell me if that sounds interesting to you or not. Well, you didn't, and if you did see me on today, then maybe someone hacked into my account. Because I haven't played in weeks. Xerix, you're just at the end of the required sewer dungeon, so you're betting you're about to encounter that stuff, right? Neko, you haven't gotten yours yet. You're almost done with the outfit, and then you get all 6 orchestration rules. Nice. Shiki, did you get the lowly, not so lowly already? In Symphonia, I think we have every character. Brig, your name lit up real fast and then went off, so I figured the UI was lagging or something. Oh, yeah, no, I super haven't touched the video game in here. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to turn on Steam for all of that, but no, I haven't played since, I think it's been 2-3 weeks since I've played. Well, since before my birthday, because I got this PS5 and I haven't really done anything else. Gurf, the friends list is pretty jank if the friend is on a different server. I played once more after the alpha quest. Hey, Gurf, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? But speaking of 14, here's something I'm going to pass by y'all. And if it sounds interesting, you don't have to tell me here or whatever, but it's something I'm considering. When we beat Symphonia, we start Breath of Fire, because I had just, I really want to be max level for end game. Max level, I want to hit the end of MSQ for end game for Endwalker. Oh my gosh. For November. So I have been considering, once we beat Symphonia, turning Fridays into FFFF. Final Fantasy 14 Fridays, and then do Breath of Fire 2 on Monday and Wednesday. Still have our Tuesdays for, different things, but maybe just give myself a dedicated day for the moment for Final Fantasy 14 Fridays, just until we finish MSQ. Maybe we could play some Endwalker on stream. I just thought, that'd be a really nice way for me to get to the to really give myself time to actually play through that video game, because I haven't really given myself any time to do so. Brig, oh yeah, you took forever while I was waiting for a group and ninja logged. Yeah, I know. There was a lot of story stuff. Black Rose, you like that idea too? Black Rose, it's so nice to see you tonight, by the way. How you doing? What's up? How's your weekend? And you, Gurf and Nekomichia, both dig it? Nice. Okay, that's what I thought it'd be kind of fun. So yeah, after Symphonia, the schedule might change up temporarily. We could see how it goes from there. We don't have to stick to it. Maybe it could be like, till the new year, but I thought it'd be something fun to do. But because Symphonia is quite a bit longer, I want to give it its 3 days. I don't think Breath of Fire 2 is going to be, over 50 plus hours. I actually don't know how long Breath of Fire 2 is, but I just know that SNES JRPGs are not, hundreds of hours or anything. Hi, Mr. Johnny Ringo. What's going on? What's on the up and up? But speaking of which, so we can continue on with our Symphonia, we'll flip over to the game. And you know what that means? I want to know what it sounds like. So how is this? Is this too loud? Is it not loud enough? Is it quiet? We've got a crescendo here. Nekomichi, as long as it's not Xenogears long. Right? It's quiet for you, Magic Chicken. Okay, maybe I'll do one more up and then y'all can tell me if that's too much. Okay, I've done another blip here. How does that? A little quiet, but not very bad. A bit quiet. Okay, y'all say it's quiet. You like this? Now good. Okay. Sweet. Chili heat. I think I had it adjusted for 4 ticks up, but I did 3 initially, so. Okay. Here we go. Heading on in to Symphonia. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think this will be Xenogears long. But just you wait till we get to so we just finished this. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of 3 things at once. Just wait till we get to PS2 era RPGs. We will be, I guess this is technically a PS2 era RPG. Wait till we play a Persona game. We'll just be here for years. Optimal. Yeah. Let me just make sure everyone's good. Okay, great. Okay, what's going on here? It feels like I should fish here, right? I should be able to fish. But this game don't got no fishing. Okay, so I'm sure I want to go into this house for story stuff, I think. Unless I want to go... Oh, right, I bet you we have to fight a thing. So let's go into the house first. I bet you there's a way to heal or something in here. Neko, are we going to do the Persona games all in order? So... A good question. I don't know if we'll do the... I don't think we'll do them necessarily in order. Maybe 3, 4, and 5 in that order. When it comes to 1 and 2, they're so different. And also, I own them on the PSP, so figuring out how to play them for stream is going to be kind of more of a challenge than it will be it'll be a bit more of a challenge than just popping in the other ones. But, Also, I'm just so excited to play the other ones. Oh, look at this guy. I am the mysterious gourmet, the wonder chef. Al dente is the technique of a true master. I shall teach you the recipe for pescatore. Yeah, I have them on I have them on the PSP, the double PSP. Yeah, I have them on the PSP as well, but they didn't release the PS1 classics on the PSN, did they? Unless they did, in which case, what am I doing with my life? Pescatore requires 3 ingredients: pasta, some type of fish, and tomato. Okay, great. Farewell! Pescatore. Yeah, me. I was thinking to myself that I probably should eat more fish in my day-to-day life. Just, you know, a thought I had in my life. Shiki, it's funny how you assume he's Italian because he's a cook. I think I was kind of giving him a French accent the last time, actually. I don't know why he suddenly got an Italian accent today, but... Nekomichi, I'm not sure if it's a subplot or not, but there's a wonder part in Arise. Nice. Girl, if the 2000, 3000 models can output to TV with component outputs, fortunately, your Pando's got a PSP 1000, and also I want to punch myself in the face whenever I use physical PSP hardware, so that's probably not going to happen for us. Neko, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment is the PS1 classic on PSN, but the PSP version wasn't released in the US to your knowledge. Oh, you're right. We got the Innocent Sin PSP version, which is the one that I have, because they were like, we already gave you Eternal Punishment, so why do we need to give you both re-releases, which is, you know, thanks, Sony. I mean, Atlas. Yeah. Nice. Well, then I gotta get myself Eternal Punishment for sure. And because I already own the Persona 1 and 2 on the PSP. The Gurf, yeah, the PSP felt bad to play physically. It felt so shoddy. It really did. I hate anytime the PSP has to load. Like, the load times are so long, and it sounds like nails on a chalkboard every time. I'm always just like, oh my gosh. I refuse to... I bought so many games on my PSP, and then I would like stop playing them halfway through because I couldn't deal with it. And I'm normally not too like offended by that kind of stuff, but there was something about it that just really bothered me. So when I got my Vita, I was like, I should just rebuy my entire PSP collection on my Vita. But I have a very large PSP collection, strangely. So it's expensive to do, but... And also, is it okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I mistaken? Is Crisis Core, did they never do a digital release of that? Is it only on UMD? It's true. It never got another release, but like, does it have a digital release on the PSN? Like, could I play a digital copy of for the PSP on my Vita? Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that's what everyone says. You can't do it that way, which, you know, that grinds my gears. Humans and half-elves? Oh, you must be the storyteller. Can you give us some monolith herb? Please. I see you've brought proof from the elder. I'd like to say just take what you need, but... Is there a problem? It's in a somewhat difficult place. I don't know if you'll be able to go get it. We've made it all the way up this mountain. We'll get it no matter where it is. We'll just send Lloyd. Hey! Please, tell us where it is. All right, follow me. The leaf can be found in the cave ahead. Be careful. Okay, let's go, guys. If I talk to her again, will she give me a little rest hut? Because that's what I would like. Let me rest in your house. No, you're not going to let me... Oh, Finnegans. Why not? You got this whole nice house here. We could totally sleep on your floor. I promise we'll clean up after ourselves. Okay, well, what happens if I do this then? Oh, wait. That's... Okay, what if I do this? This is probably okay. I hope this doesn't... I hope I don't regret this. I hope this just leads me to trip. Oh, okay. Rat. Oh, okay. We're fine. We're good, I think. This just gives us a... I don't really know what went on there. But we did this? For what good that does us. Whatever. Anyway, let's save the game again, just in case. I kind of want to try riding that flower again. I don't know why I want to do it. Should probably just go into the cave and fight the monster, but... I'm a big dumb dummy, and I have to see what's going on here. Okay, so nothing's gonna happen. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Let's load up the last save. I'm not going all the way back up this mountain. Okay, I'm glad I checked that out. Okay, anyway. Let's... What cave? That cave? Did she just open the path? She just opened this path, right? Not... This looks like stuff I've done before, but... Whatever. She opened this gate. Let's do it. Thought we were done with these flowers. Oh, there we go. Ah, that must be the cave. Ah, I see. You can't enter it without splitting the waterfall. Oh, I see. I did the secret and then I figured it out. Okay. It certainly isn't a difficult place. But the waterfall's split in two, so we don't need to worry about it. Yeah, I did it because I had to test it. Right? Okay, too slow. Okay, let it go. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Killing it, Pando. Yes, I would like to unlock the memory seal. Thank you. What do we got in here? Got some... Uh-oh. Got a monster. Aha! So that's the plant. That's pretty distinctive. You're saved, Colette. Yeah, thanks, Lloyd. What the... There's something here. Aw, yeah. Check out this jerk. What's a JRPG without an evil plant boss, right? A giant plant. It's guarding it?
Not much of a specimen. Don't get in my way. Sonic Ready?
All right, I really need to give everyone, oops. I'm coming into this fight without giving anyone, you know, TP. Grf, Nurse is the best looking AoE healing spell in any game ever. It is pretty cool. I will not deny it. Okay, let's do this.
Angel feathers.
Ready for this?
Magic Chicken, you're a sucker for the magic circles and Tales of the Abyss, to be honest, and the elemental magic modifications and etc. Grf. I just think it's funny to see a bunch of nurses run onto the field to heal everyone. I agree, it's pretty funny. It is, in fact, comical. Hey, rude. Wow, don't hit me with the bullet. Chris Sands, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? So great to see ya. It honestly kind of reminds you of Crystal Chronicles. Nekomichi, ooh, I can't wait for Pando to get to Crystal Chronicles. Do you like Crystal Chronicles? I feel like Crystal Chronicles, a lot of folks love it. A lot of people don't. You know, I've never actually played it. Okay, let's see here. Item. Gurf, as far as actual healing spell effects, you're a big fan of Astral Stasis from Final Fantasy XIV. Ooh. Neko Panda, will you play GameCube or Switch? If you play Switch, you can have a party with us. Can I? I can play online with all of y'all? Magic Chicken, Crystal Chronicles is so lovely. I'm such a fan. It has so much nostalgia for you. Yeah, I never had enough people who had four Game Boy Advances to play 4-player what am I saying? To play 4-player Crystal Chronicles. Crescents, I am struggling. Playing Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster, I cannot get the Goblin Summon to drop. You've committed Goblin Genocide and still nada. Is it just a random drop and you're just getting burned, Crescents? Gurf, used to play 3/4 of 3 to 4 player games with your friend and brothers a bunch. It was a neat game. Nice. Nekomichi, I love Crystal Chronicles, at least the first game. You tried the second, but it wasn't as good. Fair. Magic Chicken, even without that, the game is just so beautiful and well designed. Dash Frame. Hey, Pando. Hey, Dash Frame. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Magic Chicken, there was a second Crystal Chronicles? I had no idea. Yeah, I'm actually kind of confused. Dash Frame, I would love to get 4 people with GBAs to do the co-op in that game. Yeah, the whole 4-player stuff that required you to have GBAs. Like, I could maybe get my sister and stuff to get together with me, but we just didn't have that many Game Boy Advances to play 4-player games like that. So it really was very sad for me. Magic Chicken, you're not making the "oh, it's not good so it doesn't exist" joke. You just never knew about it. Nekomichi, I think they made 3 or 4 total, but only the first had designable characters. Really? I'm also very confused by that. I didn't realize they made more than 1 Crystal Chronicles either. Crescens, yep, 1 at a 64th drop. And so how long have you been going at it, Crescens? How long have you been murdering all these goblins? Nekomichi. Okay, so the way the Switch version of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles works is that anything story is single player local co-op. When you do a dungeon, you can have online friends join you for them. Okay, that sounds kind of interesting. 2 goblin slaying hours. Oh no, Crescens, I'm so sorry. I hope you have at least put on some music or listen to a podcast or put on a TV show or something while you're doing this. Nekomichi, which is nice when you have high-level friends helping you in lower dungeons. Hey, that might be the way to go. Though I heard that Crystal Chronicles for the Switch was kind of bad performance-wise. Star Pendle, I hear the DS sequel was good. The way the series got handled afterwards is a bit of a shame, though. Crescens, also Crystal Chronicles, along with Zelda 4 Swords, will test friendships. Right. 4 Swords, you could literally kill the other links or take everything for yourself, right? It was semi-competitive, if I remember correctly. Magic Chicken, I still have my GameCube and 2 GBAs with the cords to attach. So you have the equipment to play 3-player. You also have 2 friends, a couple, one of whom owns a GBA and the cord. So we've actually played 4-player with your MPU and those 2. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, I am playing on my GameCube right now that I've had my whole dang life. And I have my Game Boy Advance still. I don't think I have the cord to connect it. And I don't know. Magic Chicken. Sorry, MP, nesting partner. The partner you live with. Of course. That thing was pretty tough. So this was the real reason it's in a difficult place. Oh, well, we got the plants, so it's all good. Indeed. Mana leaf herb was found. Fantastic! Whoa, it's been a while since she's done that. Yes, it has been a while since this herb has been seen in this world. To trace its history, we must first travel back to the events of the Ulf Uprising of 130. Oh my, it's been a while since we've heard a lesson from the professor. How can you be so carefree about this? Regal, quick, stop the professor before it's too late. Don't interfere, Regal. I was about to explain the historical significance of the Ulf Uprising. The Ulf Uprising. That was an important event in modern Tethialan history. Please continue. Whoa, I don't want to study. Okay, they just didn't bother to help me figure that one out. Crescents. Also, XP in Four Swords allowed you to level up your Master Sword, but it was not shared. It dropped from enemies and puzzles, and you all scrambled to pick up the XP. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, Nekomichi. Okay, Crystal Chronicles is GameCube Switch. First sequel, Rings of Fate, is DS. Your Life as a King is WiiWare. Oh, I remember. I actually owned My Life as a King. I liked it. Echoes of Time is a sequel to Rings of Fate, Wii DS. Oh, right. Gosh. My Life as a Dark Lord is a sequel to My Life as a King and is WiiWare. And Crystal Bearers is a sequel to the original on Wii. More than you knew of. I always forgot. Yeah, those My Life as a King, those are kind of cute, but they're definitely not like Crystal Chronicles games. They're just kind of set in that world, right? Crescents, also, you are the off-screen entertainment for your goblin agenda. Well, okay, then I can go, Crescents, kill those goblins. You'll get them. Get those gobby gobs. Nekomichi, when it first came out, remastered on Switch was rough, but they had an update after like a week that improved it a lot. Oh, that's good to know them. Star Pendle, I forgot about the WiiWare entries, to be honest. Yeah, their interests, they're weird, right? Love it, good. Crescents, get those gobby gobs. La Panda Face, how are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? How is your Monday going? So you've made it back safely. You knew about the giant plant guarding the mana leaf herb, didn't you? Yes, but even if I had told you, your actions would not have changed. I felt a very strong will from you. Of course, it's for our very important friend. Lloyd. By the way, have you lived here for long? Yes, I am the one who passes on the lore of the Elven village to the next generation. Here I weave various stories into the mana leaf cloth. What kinds of stories? Legends of elves descending from the sky, and the birth of humans. The rise and fall of the Balacroft dynasty. The arrival of angels, the giant Carlan tree, the Carlan War, and the story of the hero, Mythos. Hey! I thought the hero Mythos was taboo in Heimdall. Nekomichi, as for competitiveness in Crystal Chronicles, everyone has a requirement for points in each dungeon, and whomever scores highest gets the first dibs on items after the boss. Oh, I see how that can test friendships for sure. La Panda Face, doing great. I'm really happy today for some reason. La Panda Face, that's a wonderful thing. I am so happy to hear that. Being happy is truly one of the best feelings, you know? I am here for that and so happy to hear that. This is not Heimdall. I live here to pass on the legends without being bound by the customs of Heimdall. Just who was the hero Mythos? We hear his name everywhere we go. His name came up in the pacts with the summon spirits. The legend of Mythos was involved in curing Colette's illness too. Mythos was born in Heimdall. Hello, Pandaface. I am so happy that you are happy that I am happy. Well, you know, I think that it's very common, and you know, for folks to not, folks are usually just doing okay or fine. You know, it's not very often you're like, you know, I feel really good today. I'm very happy. He was an outsider who was cast out of the village when the Carlan War began. He ended the Carlan War with his 3 companions so that he could return to the village. An outsider? Does that mean he was a half-elf? Mythos was a half-elf? That's impossible. Yes, Mythos was a half-elf. Only one of his companions was human, and the others were half-elves. They were treated as outcasts, but overcame that and put an end to the war. Then why is his name taboo in Heimdall? It's because he's a half-elf. No, that's incorrect. It is because the hero Mythos, loved by Origin, is also a fallen hero. A fallen hero? What do you mean? The ones who betrayed Origin and used the power of the magic sword given by Origin to split the world in two was none other than Mythos and his companions. Mythos Yggdrasil, his older sister Martel, and their companions, Yuan and Kratos. The 4 angels changed the nature of the world, and that is why their names are taboo in Heimdall. Yggdrasil of Crucius's, the hero Mythos? And his companions were Martel, Yuan, and Kratos? That's impossible. Kratos is the friend of a hero from 4,000 years ago? Even an elf cannot live that long. Angels can use special combat abilities developed during the Karlan War. One ability uses the body's mana to alter its metabolism and stop the body's internal clock. This allows them to stop aging and become capable of living longer than elves. I think it is not good for one to exceed the lifespan of its species. I'm totally confused. None of this makes any sense. Really? There's at least one thing we know for certain. The power of origin is involved in the splitting of the world. And the magic sword? That's the key. Exactly. We must be careful not to lose sight of the true problem. Our final goal is to save the 2 worlds. Yeah, we couldn't control the giant Karlan tree, but if we can return the worlds to their true form... At the very least, we can reform this system that vies for mana. Yeah, you're right. It's a waste of time to think when you have no good ideas. You guys are mean. Let's go on to our next destination. Thank you very much for telling us the story. May the giant Karlan tree protect you. Now we just need a mana fragment. I wonder if there really are any in Darys Karlan. I'm also curious about Origin's magic sword. That might be a key to saving the world. But it will be dangerous. Nothing ventured and nothing gained, right? Xerix, lies, betrayal, backstabbing. Ah! Is that what's happening in Arise right now? Samuel One World Productions, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? So great to see you here tonight. And it is nice, Lapanda Face. Did you have a good weekend? What's that mean? It means if you don't face danger, you won't receive anything important. Hello, Kenji Harima 78. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? I'm so glad you love this game. I played it when it originally came out. We're playing that copy right now on the GameCube. But this is my first time playing it since all the way back then, so I forget a lot of it. Oh, I see. Honestly, Lloyd, you make me sad. But Zelos is right. Let's go to Crucius's main base, Darys Karlan. But how are we going to get there? According to the scriptures, the Tower of Salvation is the entrance. Then we should go to the Tower of Salvation. There's one on this side too, right? Well, yeah, there is one, but unfortunately we need my Crucius Crystal. The Crucius Crystal acts as the key to the Tower of Salvation. You know a lot about it. It's your favorite? So happy to hear that, Kenji. Well, welcome on into the Pando Party. We are here to play through every JRPG ever. And yeah, we'll play Symphonia all the way through to the very end. And when we beat that, it's Breath of Fire 2 time. And then we vote on each JRPG I play next. So if that sounds like a good time, welcome on in. I am Sanity. What the F is Sheena doing? Yeah, she definitely is doing the P dance right now. Lapanda Face, she's gotta go, you know. Well, I am the great chosen one after all. I see. You were born with the Crucius Crystal too. Yep, my sister has it right now. She's at the Abbey located southeast of the Toisy Valley mine. Okay, let's head there. Hey, Kenji Harima 78, thank you so much for following. Welcome on in to the Pando Party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Cactuar pose. Okay, let's, gotta do a Saveroo here, a Saverino. System, save. We gotta go to an Abbey. But before we go to an abbey, let's use this, just on the other side here, there's the little hut here. We need to heal ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, 650 gald a night. That's a lot of money, but we have a lot of money. Zelos, good work. Yeah, well, that's just my natural charm. And your quick thinking. Nah, it was Colette's convincing acting that made the difference. I think you're a fine chosen, Zelos. Your personality's a bit flaky, though. Whatever. Although, I have to admit it does feel good to hear that. Well, that's nice that they had a moment, even though Zelos is the worst. The music is so good, right, Kenji? Please take care. Okay, let's save the game. Okay, now we're all healed up, feeling good. Now we gotta go to the Abbey. Gotta go, right? Oh no, that's the Sheena song. Eh? Okay, here we are in our ships. And Toisy Valley Mine was where? Was it southeast of Toisy Valley Mine? Oh right, I think that Toisy Valley Mine was up hither? Where? Oh no, Toisy Valley Mine was down here. Right. It was this way. It was like right on the corner here. If I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, that was just where I was, right? Okay, well whatever. Anyway, I think that, alright, I think this is, okay, I know where I'm going. This is Toisy Valley Mine right here. And so southeast from there is this. This has got to be the Abbey. Let me in. Oh yeah. Welcome to the Southeastern Abbey. I never thought I'd actually get the chance to say that. Okay, is this a gal? Do we get to go on a Zelos flirting spree? Nice. Visitors at this remote abbey? Well, this is unusual. Nekomichi, you know my favorite thing about Arise is so far? No. What is your favorite thing about Arise so far? So Kenji Hamari, this is your favorite game ever, but what kind of games do you like to play a lot of? What are some of your other favorite games? You're always way behind all of your friends when you play games, but you're way ahead of them all now for this one? And you're ahead of Enchilada. Ooh, Neko, you're killing it. We're just gonna go in. Y'all don't mind, right? Oh my gosh.
Big bro... I mean, I see that the Chosen is his usual self, wandering around aimlessly.
Yo, Celeste. I need that Crucius crystal I left with you. Give it back to me.
As you wish. After all, it rightfully belongs to the Chosen.
Yep.
Now, if your business here is done, I humbly request that you leave. Immediately.
All right. Guess I'm as unpopular as ever.
I'd also feel that same way if Zelos was my brother.
Poor me.
Wait, Big Bro...
What is it, my darling little sister?
Me too, Star Pendle. I feel like I watched just... Maybe it's because I also haven't watched a lot of trailers. A lot of trailers. I was like, yeah. Chris sends, have a wonderful evening. Good luck getting your goblin summoned. Thank you so much for dropping in, and we'll see you again soon, okay?
Nothing.
Oh, all right then.
I feel like I didn't watch a lot of stuff about Arise, honestly, and I just saw the initial trailers and I was like, yep, I'll get it.
Please take care.
He couldn't hear that, you know.
I didn't say anything, so it doesn't matter if my big brother couldn't hear it.
Aha! You called him Big Brother.
No, I didn't. There's no way I'd have a brother like that.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuck on... Stuck in the grooves of the carpet here. Neko, I'm not quite to your 6th party member, and you're pretty sure you've seen all the scenes from the trailers. Oh, that's awesome. Kenji, first-person RPGs. Deus Ex is your favorite series. So games like Far Cry, Vampire the Masquerade, Half-Life, Skyrim, those are all very, very good games for sure. Are you excited about Far Cry 6 coming out very soon? And you're playing Psychonauts 2 at the moment. Oh, I've heard such good things. I have it on, I mean, I got Game Pass, so I'm going to play it on there eventually, but man, there is so many games out right now. Star Pendle, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You did skip the demo, otherwise you feel like you usually have a better idea going to a Tales game. Fair, totally fair. I don't usually play demos of stuff, but I should have.
Now please leave.
Well, what do you think? I'm well loved, aren't I?
She's certainly not very friendly.
Don't be too hard on her. She was sickly ever since she was a kid. But despite that, her mother... never mind.
I've heard, Star Pendle, that you really don't need to have played the first Psychonauts to play Psychonauts 2. They have like a little refresher part at the front of it. I was always like, I can't play Psychonauts 2 until I play Psychonauts, but at the rate I'm going, I might never play Psychonauts, so I might as well just play the second one. Nekomichi, the demo area is in the game, but the demo is a unique story, not in the game. Right.
As you left, she said, please take care.
Kenji, also Dying Light 2. I'd love to see you play Dragon Quest 11. I think you'd love it if you like Tales. It's on Game Pass. Oh, I am Kenji Harima. I am definitely a very much up and up on all the JRPGs. I've absolutely played Dragon Quest 11 when that first came out many moons ago. I guess not too many moons ago, but a couple years ago. I got it back on my PS4. So I've definitely played it, but we are going to play it on stream eventually. Don't you worry, because we're going to play through every JRPG ever.
Oh. Well, anyway. We're ready now, right? On to the Tower of Salvation.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the Tower of Salvation. Let's go. Star Pendle. Oh, I remember the first game having a blatant infamous tease at the end. Maybe that's all you need. Yeah, I don't know if, I'm not 100% sure if, how, I mean, the first Psychonauts came out like a very long time ago, right? Like 11? Star Pendle. It's easy. Both, I mean, Kenji Harima. It's easy. Both games are kid-friendly. Psychonauts isn't long or hard. The first game is a must-play. Yeah, the problem is I've owned Psychonauts for like for like over 10 years at this point, and I haven't picked it up to play it. And now I have like easy access to my GameCube. I should probably just do it. If it's quick, maybe that'd be the way to do it. Garf, I gotta run for the night. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for stopping in, Garf. Rest well, be safe, have a great night, and we'll see you again soon, okay?
Not much of a specimen.
Demon spear.
Yeah, I'm currently, okay, so currently right now what I am playing, I just got a PS5 for my birthday, was just passed, so I am playing Miles Morales on my PS5. I just finished Astro's Playroom, which is obviously very short and easy, but I wanted to 100% it, which was fun. I'm playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on my Switch, as well as I just got Neo World Ends With You for my Switch. I also have finally, because of a PS5, I can finally play the Yuffie DLC, which I've been putting off forever. And those are just the games I currently have on me. But oh my gosh, there's so many games. And then I have like so many games queued up in Game Pass to play as well. I can't stop. Oh, thank you, Kenji Harima. Nekomichi, but it's apparently on Xbox and some PS5. What? Some PS5s get the demo. That's weird, Nekomichi. Shockwave, hello, Tales of Pika Pando. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing, Shockwave? But how would only some PS5s have it? Looks like she hates me as usual. Your sister? You sure she isn't really worried about you? No way, no way. To her, I'm nothing more than an obstacle. Zelos is denser than I thought. I think it's pretty dense. Enchilada doesn't have it, but you've seen some other reports. Others have gotten it. That's really strange. That's weird. Weird news. Worms. Shockwave, I'm good. Just thought I'd hop on Twitch for a while. Well, thank you so much, Shockwave. I'm so happy to hear that. I hope you had a good Monday.
Coming here reminds me of my journey to regenerate the world.
You think they mean soon PS5? I think she meant some. And they screwed over PC players too. I wouldn't necessarily say screw over. They probably just had a deal with Xbox because they put them. Xbox had them on their stage, right? So, you know, you got to get some exclusive deals. Kenji Harima, do you have the costumes unlocked? Maybe, but I don't ever put my Tails characters in costumes. Hello, Gamer Jam. How you doing tonight?
But this time, we're here to cure your illness.
Oh, how come?
I'm curious to see what the design of Tetheala's Tower of Salvation is like. Now, Zelos, open the door, quickly.
You know, you can get really scary sometimes.
Oh, yeah! Check me out. It's my time to shine. Do I look like a chosen or what?
Yeah. Let's get going.
Ooh, what kind of fighting games are you playing tonight, Gamer Jam? Nekomichi, you have to play the demo to get the bonus. On Steam, you can't download a demo if you've already pre-purchased a game. Oh, that's kind of funny. That's like really stupid, but that's kind of funny. That sucks. Nekomichi, they didn't release the demo until after the game is released, so anyone who pre-ordered or bought it released cannot get the bonus. Well, are they even offering the bonus to folks who played the demo there then? Maybe they just cannot. Gamer Jam, Goro, Mark of the Wolves, what system is that on? Kenji Hamari, Xbox helped fund Psychonauts 2. Oh, for sure. You wouldn't have Psychonauts 2 if it wasn't for Xbox. Not just help funding, they just straight up bought Double Fine. Oh, right, your Neo Geo party. I forgot all about that.
Roger.
That's a very disturbing laugh.
Zelos, is something wrong?
What?
You're even more,
Even more obnoxious than usual? Nah, he's always like this. Just ignore him.
Yeah, I know that. Neo Geo is definitely all about the fighting games.
She's pretty sharp.
Garo Mar of the Wolf is an awesome game. Well, I would love Garo Mark of the Wolf. Right. I think I've seen it before. Oh, I don't like all these caskets floating around. Those gives me the heebie-jeebies. Neko, it's supposed to be anyone who plays the demo. Yeah, that's okay. That's a humbummer.
Ghastly.
It is ghastly.
such a sad place.
Wait a minute. Is this really Tetheala?
Yeah. It looks identical to Silveron's Tower of Salvation.
My body... I can't stop shaking. This is the same place.
It can't be.
Lloyd, remember this?
That's... Wait, I broke that.
Those are dead chosen.
The two worlds are connected
Spooky.
here. Of course, it's the same place.
Oh, I think that was a weird line read. It should be, of course it's the same place, I think. But who am I to tell a voice actor what to do?
Kratos, it's you again. Who are you really? Are you really one of Mythos' companions from 4,000 years ago?
Good. Since you figured that out, it saves me the time to explain. We will take the Chosen as the new body for Martel.
You're still trying to do that? Are you so intent on resurrecting Martel that you're willing to distort the entire world in the process?
I have no need to explain.
So in the end, you really are our enemy. I kept thinking, hoping that you might be good, but you're not.
I should think that would be obvious at this point.
Don't hold back this time.
Uh-oh. Am I gonna die terribly in this battle?
Watch out for the magic.
Take this! Judgment!
Lightning blood. Sonic thrust. Demon spear.
Lightning blade!
Sorry.
Demon fang!
First aid.
Okay, item. Not you. You, no, not you. Is this a winnable battle, or are we just gonna die right away? It's gonna... Do y'all remember if this is a winnable battle or if I just die? Shockwave bad guy. Isn't it obvious? I intend to kill you and take over the world, right? Gamer Jam. The game also introduces the Just Defense system, which rewards the player who successfully blocks an attack at the last one with a small amount of health recovery and the ability to immediately counterattack out of block stun. Oh, that sounds kind of neat. You feel like I'm supposed to lose?
Super lightning blade! Super lightning blade! Take this! Thunderblade!
Holy song! Something's coming!
Take this! Ready for this? Eruption!
First aid.
Soul from purgatory! Resurrection!
Take this! Eruption!
Demon spear.
Super lightning blade!
On the way.
Watch out for the magic.
Healing circle!
Take this!
Splendor of thy soul.
Thunderblade!
Ready for this? This takes concentration.
Watch out for the step!
Hey, ready for this, Sonic? First aid.
Super lightning blade!
Help is on the way.
Oh my.
Don't get in my way!
Right, doesn't matter if I die. I'm gonna try to just keep using not items and magic and seeing if
Revitalize!
This takes concentration.
Super lightning blade!
Bring back the soul!
Ready
Don't
for this? Lightning
pure
blade!
and light upon these corrupt souls! Resurrection!
Super lightning blade!
Ready for this? First aid.
Lightning blade! Super lightning blade!
Splendor of thy soul. Nurse!
Ready for this?
Lightning blade! Super lightning blade!
Sonic.
Demon fang! Super lightning blade!
Genesis, you think this one's a mandatory win? Oh my gosh. Really? Because this is this is something else if it is. You're right. There is an item. Let's see. Is here. Let's see here. Item. Let's make sure we keep rain up with melange gel. Okay. Let's use the lens.
First aid.
Holy song!
Lightning blade! Super lightning blade!
Why didn't I use the lens? I don't. What did the didn't tell me? Oh. Wow, look at that. We've only done 5,000. Oh, I did. Okay. Whoo, we're super gonna die here. Okay, rain. Maybe not you. Item, maybe you. Maybe you can keep me alive somehow.
Lightning blade!
Yeah, gosh, that'd be nice if he only had 700 HP left, but that is not the case. This guy is he's
Ready for this?
oh gosh, he's going to murder me here. Item, okay, let's not you. Item, you take this moment to lemon gel me.
Are you okay? Splendor of the
Fierce Demon Fang. Super Lightning Blade.
First aid.
Super Lightning Blade.
Okay, item. Maybe you'll just give me another lemon gel. How about that? Why can I not just see his... Can I just not know what his... Genesis, yeah, it does seem like... Oh, target him with R. I don't think these control... GameCube is not the same controls, I think. I think it is... Gosh, what is it? Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah. Whew. Yeah, that health is going down slow. Right, got it. Found it. While pausing the menu. Okay, well, there we go. Do. Hey, get out of here. Don't murder me. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in a JRPG. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I hate if the fight is supposed to be technically losable. I just want to let them make me just do a one-shot hit. Making me like think I can do it, but or like, making it like a challenge fight, but you don't have to win it. I just spend the whole time being terrified that I'm gonna lose something I'm not supposed to, Anyway, makes your panda real hoppin' mad.
Cast thy purifying light upon the soul.
Judgment.
It changes the story if you do. See, I feel like that those kind of fights, they'll be like, well, you did it anyway, the game's over. I mean, it didn't matter anyway, so... I don't know. But I'm going to try my hardest anyway to not die, because that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's give... I don't have any good pineapple gels. That's a humbummer, huh? So let's give this to... I kind of want to save those for... Let's give an orange gel to Colette. Have a great night, Black Rose. Oh my gosh, did I not give her the... Oh, I did, okay.
Help is on the way.
Healing.
Judgment. Demon Spear.
Ready for this? Honor us. Splendor of thy soul.
Demon Spear. Lightning Blade.
Gorsh. Okay, let's Miracle Gel you. Okay, let's go.
Demon Spear. Lightning Blade. Super Lightning Blade. Demon Spear.
Sword rain!
Help is on the way. Healing circle.
Okay, give her another orange gel or something.
I'll never lose to you.
We did it. I did. Here I am just like, this is so stupid. I still do it. Nekomichi, Suikoden 3 actually has an interesting version of those battles. Do they? Thanks, Genesis. Well, I feel pretty good about you know. Okay. Okay, yeah. Cook some of that pescatore up for us, please.
I would advise against resisting, for there will be no mercy this time.
Are we still alive?
Neko, so in Suikoden 3, if you get all 108 stars, you can replay the game as the antagonist team. If you lost any battles with them in the main game, you get to replay those battles as the antagonist. That's kind of cool. I love the sound of that. Okay, so if I had lost the battle, would we kind of just wake up in these cells and being like, are we still alive?
Well, looks like we'll have our lives at least until they finish preparing Colette's treatment. Apparently she's useless the way she is now.
Maybe we were tricked. He had us gather the materials to treat Colette, and then had us bring her here. That sure saved them a lot of time and effort.
Genesis, but later the story. Okay. I'm almost positive I probably didn't beat Kratos the last time I played this game many, many moons ago, but... Xerix, oh hey, the guy you just recruited in Arise is voiced by the dude who voices Meliodas in Seven Deadly Sins. Oh, I've never seen that anime.
Kratos used us? Did he betray us again?
Lloyd.
I feel guilty for letting this happen to Colette and the others.
I really want to know why I keep getting captured and getting thrown into jail all the time.
You sure you haven't been doing anything to deserve it?
We should just be glad we have our lives.
Well, yeah.
Xerix, the first couple seasons are good. The later ones are weird. Like anime weird?
Damn it! This thing's built solid as a rock, and I can't open the lock either.
Same here. It won't budge at all.
Can Colette or Presea break it?
Nope. I'm sorry I couldn't be of use.
So we're completely trapped.
Move.
What?
Whoa!
How did you do that?
I originally specialized in fighting with my hands, not my feet. And since X-spheres amplify their users' abilities far above their maximum limits, this result is to be expected.
Is it?
Then why don't you just fight with your hands?
I swore I would never fight with these hands again.
Bootless Pit, did Regal just use Kamehameha? I think so. Genesis, if only Dawn of the New World wasn't what it was. You know, yeah, I was so excited about a Tales of Symphonia sequel. And then the reviews came out for it, and I'm like, well, I guess just one less game I have to play.
This time, I used them in order to save you, Lloyd. You're going to unite the worlds and save Colette, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But, you know, here at the Pando Party, we're on our constant quest to play through every JRPG, so I might have to play Dawn of the New World eventually. Genesis, you got all the way to the end and couldn't bring yourself to finish it. It was so bad. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that.
All right, everybody grab what you can and let's get out of here.
Okay, grab what you can and let's get out of here. Okay, well there's nothing for me to grab here. Genesis, do you want me to tell you what Lloyd does? Sure, let's hear it. Star Pendle, it's nice to see the Symphonia cast again. Right. The new characters, though, okay, I think I said that. Kenji Harima, it was okay. It plays better on the PS3, in your opinion? Did they? Okay, they did heals us after that fight, right? Wait a second. Okay, this looks dead, right? Okay, yes, this is just not active. Lloyd marries a random tomato farmer widow in Asalia while Sheena falls in love with him and Colette just completely gets dropped? Really? Because they gave them like a whole like love story at the end. What the? That's weird. This is a transporter, right? There may be a problem with this destination. And what can we do now? We can't stay here. I mean, they do drop a lot of hints that Sheena does have a big fat crush on Lloyd. If they had made that a thing and like still explained Colette, I could understand, but I'm very confused by that. Lloyd, I'll go fly around and have a look. Okay, don't do anything dangerous. I know. Is she going to be all right? Let's let her handle it for now. Colette, do something dangerous? Nah. This box must be in the way. Oh, I'm going to be the holy city, Welgaia. Okay, just move on out of the way, please. Welgaia. No, Welgaia. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. That should do it. That was fast. It looks like the problem was resolved. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's save one more time. And then Vamoodle through here.
They're all angels. We're gonna get caught if we keep wandering around here.
You're right. We'll pretend to be Colette's prisoners. She should be fine because she's an angel.
Okay.
She doesn't have their wings, though. No matter where you look, it's just angels, angels, angels. And they're all like a bunch of weird dolls. Dolls? True, you can't tell what they're thinking. It's hard to believe that they're actually half-elves, like the professor and Genus. Am I the same? What? They remind me of myself. Am I really human? What are you talking about? Of course you're human. Yeah. I wonder. Sorry, I know I just came from here, but I must inspect Rooney. I know I already checked over here, but I wonder if they were forcing me to not go this way. There's something strange about this city, but I can't put my finger on it. There are many people here, but there's no feeling of actual daily life activity. That's probably why. Yeah, they're alive, but it's like they're dead. They aren't thinking anything at all. So it would seem. What Crucius is doing is just wrong. Okay, so no, it stayed dead. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. I've satisfied my curiosity. We thusly can move on. Have I played Tales of Fantasia? No. Fantasia is on the Super Nintendo, right? It looks like almost all of the angels have lost their souls. Living for countless years, unable to even think. They can't feel happiness anymore. It's too sad. After looking at these guys in the city, I'm so glad you didn't become an angel, Colette. Oh, MPS1, GBA, and PSP. Well, somehow, despite the fact that it got re-released, only the GBA got an official English release, and it was pretty bad. Okay, this is probably why I never played it. You prefer the SNES version the most, but the PS1 and PSP are excellent as well. Wow, okay, yes. So no, I never played Tales of Fantasia, and probably because that English release was very abysmal. I never have got too much into playing fan-translated stuff, like other than Mother 3. But I definitely would like to go. I mean, we are on a quest to play through every JRPG ever, so it'll be up there. We will play it eventually for sure.
Hi. Could I please have a fragment of mana?
Fragments of mana are no longer being distributed. Return to your area.
You won't give us one?
A human?
These are the subjects needed for the Crucius crystal research.
High X-sphere research. I see. Now that you mention it, I've heard that research involving humans were being conducted.
Yes, exactly. And we require a fragment of mana for that purpose.
Understood. Then please show me your identification.
Genesis, Fantasia takes place 2,000 years after Symphonia in the same world. So if you want to know what happens after Symphonia, well then absolutely I gotta play that for 3,000% sure. Nekomichi says, make sure you don't get DeJap's translation. Mashed Potato Fan, this game looks fun. I hope I can play it. You've played Vesperia and liked it? Well, if you liked Vesperia, you'll shit like Symphonia. Symphonia is very, very good. It was the first Tales game I ever played. I think Vesperia, I really loved Vesperia. Genesis, you loved DeJap's translation? Vesperia is a good one. I agree, Xerix.
Do we need that?
Of course. Lord Kratos.
We need a fragment of mana for the ritual of the Chosen. I've sent a courier over to pick it up.
Understood.
Yeah, that's us.
Are you saying you're Lord Kratos' couriers?
Yeah.
Silence, human.
We're with Kratos.
But just a moment ago, you said you were going to use it for high X-sphere research.
That's right. And it just so happens that it's also needed in the ritual, so we came to retrieve it.
Patty is your fave. Genesis, you wanted to love Vesperia, but I was so disappointed by it. I didn't like it very much, and I did finish it. Hey, I actually really liked Vesperia, though to be fair, I only really played Abyss and I own Legendia, but Vesperia was the first one I actually gave a full go after Symphonia, so Nekomichi, yeah, sorry, I don't quite care for adding the discussions of wanting to the female characters. Oh, yeah, I don't like that either, Nekomichi. If it wasn't in there originally. Mashed Potato Fan, I never really figured out the battle system in Vesperia, but you had fun not really knowing what you were doing. Hey, you could just mash your way through Tales games and it's a good time. Xerix, you like the EX version or whatever of Vesperia better than the original? Really? What did they change about it?
Please hurry.
But without identification. Besides, you seem to be of the Desian class and have humans among you.
While you're complaining about these little nitpicky details, you're keeping Yggdrasil waiting. Do you want to take him off?
That's right. Lord Yggdrasil is scary if you cross him.
All right. Make sure you get it to them.
Thank you, sir. Okay, got the mana fragment. Perfect. Oh, one of those. Okay, can't open it. We don't like the looks of it. Fine. I've heard that origin is sealed. What kind of power can seal the king of the summoned spirits? Xerix added in new outfits and stuff, also on more modern systems, so it played a bit better, of course. Xerix, alright, I want to do this dungeon, but you should probably stop there. This is going to lead to that boss fight Neko was talking about. Right. Oh no, another boss coming up for you, Neko. The third in that section for you. Holy. Oh, right, we are on the first floor. I've heard one of the leaders handled the Seal of Origin by Lord Yggdrasil's orders. I wish I could receive that level of trust. A design class and a lower class angel taking human prisoners? This is a strange sight. Okay, I wonder, can Zelos hit on these ladies? Okay, no, he cannot hit on the angel ladies. Genesis, you just felt like the Vesperia battle system was a much more watered down version of Symphonia Abyss, where they slowly added skills back over time that was just baseline before. Right, you're right. I mean, yes, they do that thing at the beginning where you have all the powers and they take them all away from you. Angels are androgynous? Well, I mean, she definitely has boobaroobs. So I wouldn't say super androgynous. I am not interested. Be gone. I just want whatever y'all are hiding in this place. But apparently, it's a nothing. It's a vacation hootie doll. It's got sunglasses and an inner tube. Who wouldn't want sunglasses and an inner tube on their little hootie doll? Doot, 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 doot. Genesis, you love this game so much. You replayed it like 14 times and love it each time. That's so awesome. I played it the first when it very first came out and I loved it all the way through. And then I put it away and I never went back to it. Not because I didn't love it, but because I just, you know, I'm constantly playing a million other games. So it's been really fun to revisit it. As long as Origin lies asleep, the Eternal Sword will belong to Lord Yggdrasil forever. Okay, nothing in here. Okay, well, we're out of here then. Thanks for nothing apartment building. Lost sunglasses? What the heck is lost sunglasses? Okay, so I can talk to these angels out here then? No, you're too high up. The flow of mana must be reversed soon. But the system is in chaos from the incident when the protection of the seed weakened. But we must do something, preserving the two worlds in their current states. But we must do something, period. Preserving the two worlds in their current states is Lord Yggdrasil's will. All of the mana of Darius Karlan is poured into the Great Seed, which Lady Martell protected with her life in order to prevent it from dying. The mana that flows from the Great Seed is so weak that the mana consumption must be suppressed through the declining and flourishing of the two worlds. Indeed, once Lady Martell revives and Lord Yggdrasil establishes the Age of Half-Elves, management of mana consumption between the two worlds will no longer matter. Exactly. Bootless Pit, you haven't played this game in a while. You need to go through this game again? Totally. It's, I'm actually so surprised with how much I forgot, so... Like, I always remember some of the big points, but I didn't think how much I might have missed. Oh, Nekomichi, I think I have links turned off, but I think if you whisper it to a mod, they'll be able to post it for you. Hey, look at that! A giant transporter, perhaps? Maybe we use that to get back to the ground. Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, can't walk on there. Angels, hello! You want to have a convo? I know we want to go back the other way, but I'm exploring. Very ugly Link. But oh my gosh, that is one cute hooty hoot. A human, since I have not received an order to capture you, you are irrelevant. Thanks. That's love the irrelevancy. Oh yes, please. Let's go up. Okay, I imagine we're gonna have to do stuff with this later, and I'm just investigating stuff we're going to mess with later. But I'm just messing around. Why does not Lord Yggdrasil end the World Prolongation Project? Since Lady Martell's revival is yet uncertain, now may not be the time. I see. The revival of Lady Martell is essential to the creation of the Age of Half-Elves. The World Prolongation Project must continue or uncertainties will increase. Okay, that's fun. If your function is impaired, use this refresher. Thanks. Thanks. Rapidi? Is that from Vesperia? Clothes are meaningless. When one becomes an angel, one no longer feels heat or coldness. But y'all are still wearing clothes. You're not a whole bunch of naked angels wandering around here, so what's the deal? Sir Asgard, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? If you require something, purchase it at the vending machine. Oh, okay, okay. Let's add to our life bottle collection again, just in case. Oh, I can buy. We should buy some pineapple gels. Totally. Yeah, 10 should be good. And no all nude angels? No, too bad, right? I mean, that one angel was like, we don't need clothes. And I'm like, well, y'all are still wearing them, so clearly they're not meaningless to you. Clearly they mean something. What's this? Looks like some kind of information terminal. Y'all love Rollo? It's useless. It won't start up. Really? Oh, it started up. That's our Colette. I'm so glad I didn't break it. A terminal to the surface is located in the center area. Please use the emergency route located in the rear of the Idea District while it is under maintenance. Okay, let's go to the terminal that leads to the surface. Okie dokie then. What does this do? Nothing. Nada. Noodles. Okay, can I use this vending machine? No, only the last one was one usable. No one helps her, right, Sir Asgard? They just watch Colette fall down. They're like, whatever. Well, good luck, I guess. Rollo is just a giant cat. They don't need clothes, but they do need vending machines. You're right. They do. They do somehow need vending machines. Why are there humans? It is outside my understanding. I must inquire about this. You don't need to inquire about it. It ain't no big deal. Oh, look, we got a mirror, but we can't. There's no ray tracing here. No reflections in these mirrors. That's a bummer. Okay, well, anyway. Okie dokie. Well then, moving on out of here and on our way to here. Yes, I would like to move, thank you. Wait, Lloyd, we should gather more information. Okay, fine. I won't just blast it to the surface. But I do appreciate the game made me stop and continue to mosey around. Okay, well, that's the way. And what about this? What's this? Wait, show your identification. Ah, identification again? You're a human. He's being transported for an experiment. Excuse us. We don't have any identification. There's no choice. Let's use that emergency route. Kenji, humans running around the heavens. People are like, whatever, right? They're all pretty indifferent to it. Okay, so did I just have to see that scene there for us to use the emergency route? Because that's the game just being like, hey, why didn't you try for that right away? You should have seen that first. I don't know if that's true, if that's accurate, but I think that's all we had to see. All right, gather. Okay, didn't I just like talk to everybody already? Unless these are doors and I just didn't press A on them. That'd be kind of funny, actually. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. No, okay. No. Let me in, let me in, let me in. No, okay. That's fine too. No big deal. Man, I do appreciate their whole, like, tech they built in here for the game, but flip. Pando gives up so easily. No way. Did you see me beat Kratos? I just whine a lot. Okay, well, okay. Do I have to activate this? Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey. Okay, this seems to be the city's data bank. Professor, can you operate it? I'll try. Got it. Now we can get data from this terminal. Xerix, no, I just meant the whole let me in, no? Oh, okay. Just from listening to it, sounds kicking you up really easily. Totally fair. I mean, you can only press A on a door so many times before realizing you're not going to be able to open it. Okay, let's learn about Darius Carlon. Darius Carlon is protected by the force field emitted from the Eternal Sword. If this force field is removed, Darius Carlon will be released from the planet's gravity and will wander in space again as a comet. The world was split in two in order to keep the mana depletion to a minimum and to sustain the world and the seed of the giant tree. Additionally, the usage of the summoned spirits to guard the mana link and restrict the flow keeps the world from prospering. Great prosperity leads to the possible development of magic technology, which causes meaningless wars. The World Prolongation Project, proposed and put into effect by the leader Yggdrasil, is an outstanding system to maintain the world. The magic sword was given to the leader Yggdrasil when he formed the pact with Origin. Its immense power is able to control time and space. It is said to be the source of the leader Yggdrasil's power. The leader Yggdrasil was able to split the world with the power of the Eternal Sword. If this sword were to be lost, the leader Yggdrasil's power would diminish and Wilgaia would surely face its doom as well. That's some pretty mind-numbing stuff. We've obtained some very valuable information. Lloyd, we shouldn't stay here long. Let's escape through that emergency route that we found earlier. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so that's what we needed to find. Let's now vamoodle. Let's get the heck out of here. All these nondescript, non-interesting looking machines finally showed me what I'm supposed to see. Despite the fact that I did press X on them earlier. I mean, A on them earlier. It looks like this is the emergency exit. Okay, let's go before anyone sees us. No, it looks like they already found us. That's them! You're the ones that pretended to be working for Lord Kratos. It's the Chosen! The Chosen of Mana has escaped! Damn it, let's just get out of here. I'll follow them. You, report to your Lord Yggdrasil. Xerx, we really need to get out of here, but first let's snoop, right? Kenji, glory to the age of half-elves! What could possibly go wrong? Exactly. Understood. Okay. Here we are in some magic base. Is this a door I can use? No. Okay. Well, here we are. Got a save point, thank goodness. Glory to the Horde! Exactly. Oh, hello, creatures.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Sonic
Angel feathers.
Demon Hurricane! Demon Light Spear! Ready? Tiger Blade! All right.
Space! The final frontier. Okie dokie. So what's this door do? Okay, I mostly want to see. I wish I didn't go through that door, actually.
This is gonna be cake.
Demon Spear! That was just warming up.
Nice. Okay, oh. Woo! Okay, that's what the treasure chest looks like in here. EX gem level 3 was found. Sweet chili heat. Okay. Okay, that's just a closed gate. Thingamajig.
Not much of a specimen.
No way! Tiger ready! Like that? Tiger Blade! Demon Hurricane Thrust! Demon Spear! Sonic
Healing circle.
Sonic
Not even a contest.
It's not. It's not even a contest. Oh, no. I didn't want to go down the stairs. Okay, we gotta go back the other way. Just ignore me. I already did this. Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Don't even think about talking to me, creatures.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Oh, I'm worried, all right.
Ring whirlwind.
Demon Spear! Sonic Sword Rain! Already?
Cast the purifying light upon this corrupt
Spear! Sonic Demon... Alright!
Who's that Pokemon?
Hey, Ceres! Guard.
Cyrus Guard gifted a tier 1 sub to Kenji Harima 78.
Thank you so much for the gift sub. It means so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Kenji Hamari, now you can spread our gaming chew all over the old Twitcheroo. Okay, what am I looking for here? Hum diddly dum. All right, equip. There, you got a holy robe now, lady. Okay, I don't want to go down yet because it's probably going to bring me to the next zone or area or whatever. I mean, maybe. I'll have to go back and see if that's true. But I just want to find all the treasures.
This is going to be cake.
Sir Asgard, you must use the power of the chew neither for good or evil. Only for awesome. It's just the way the chew would want it. Hi Mothy, how you doing tonight? Okay, what's going on around here? This place looks kind of junky. Okay, we can't go through the A gate. Fair. Can't go through that gate. Fair. Now let's go check out the downstairs. You must learn the ways of the Chew. The Chew loves Nugs. The Chew loves Nugs so much. We even have an emote for that.
Not much of a specimen.
All good in the moth head? Well, glad to hear that, Moth. Sir Asgard, before every stream, Chew also eats a 20-pack of nugs. It's true, he does. It's very impressive. It's also going to make me very broke one day. Oh, look at this lab. Okay, this guy was just sitting here.
This is gonna be cake.
Get got robot, get got yo robot, get got. It's a good song, right? I think that we should sing that for every time we're fighting robots. Sir Asgard, you know, has there ever been a video game with good angels? I mean, like, ever? And now I have to think about this. The Bible Adventures game with baby Moses. El Shaddai? You know, I never played El Shaddai. Nekomichi, and aren't at least some of the angels on your side in Diablo? I guess, yeah, what's his name again? Tyrael. Woo, I just had to say that one out loud a few times to figure that one out. I think Tyrael, yeah. I think he's your pal, right? He's like kind of indifferent, but he wants to fight Diablo, right?
This is gonna be cake.
Yeah, I figured it out, Tyrael. I just had to think about his name. I just say his name enough times to remember his name. Sir Asgard, he's awesome, but the other angels are not so chill. It's very true. You're right. The other angels are very rude. Okay. Sorry. Diddly-doo. Diddly-dee. Oh, heck yeah. Nagazuki was found. Hello, equip. Who's that for? Ah, it's a new outfit for Sheena, of course. Doodle doo doo doo. This place is falling apart. Well, laser blade. Hello. I will take a laser blade. Oh, it's not for me. It's for you. I knew it was for him, but I just, you know, like to go through and press that button a million times anyway. Okie dokie. Have I like actually passed the legitimate switch or whatever yet? And just haven't.
Don't worry, leave it to me. Take!
Demon Hurricane! No way! Demon Hurricane thrust! Sword Rain!
Angel feathers!
I was just warming up.
Oh, did I? Oh no, wait a second. Did I come out this? Yeah, I must have came through this door. What the Finnegans? So I'm supposed to... Is there a switch around here that I missed? Does it shoot things with my fire?
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Or did I just come in from the wrong way? I guess I have that other hallway to check out still.
Demon Hurricane! Demon Spear!
Oh, I just sat here. I thought I was behind Zelos, and I'm like, why am I just... What's going on here? And then I just run into the robot.
I was just warming up.
Xerix, aren't the angels all good in Kid Icarus? Right. I guess that would make sense, because that's the world of Kid Icarus, right? That makes sense to me. Oh.
This is gonna be cake.
Angel feathers!
Ready for this?
Don't get in my way!
That's true. They are technically Greek, so they wouldn't really be angels. They're more like Pegasus humans. They're part of the Greek pantheon. Oh, I went the wrong way. Once again, I went the wrong way. Diddly-doo. Oops. Oh, did I go down this way? Wait a second. Wait, yes. No, this is the way I came in from this way. Okay, okay. So now we're getting back to where we started, where we came down the first time.
This is gonna be a piece of no way.
Victory light here!
Sword rain!
warming up.
Wahoo, buckaroo. Okay, so when we went, okay, this way is the dead end, but when we go this way, there's some downstairs, and we haven't fully explored that direction as of yet. So there could be something I missed down here, perhaps.
Don't worry, leave it to me. Sorry. Impossible. Don't get in my way. I tried to reveal my glory.
Demon spear!
Angel feathers.
Sword rain! Sword rain!
Nurse.
Sonic thrust! Sword rain! All right.
Okay, we can't make any more pescatori. And who's best at this? Oh, me. I am.
This is gonna be cake.
Yeah, this is gonna be easy as cake. It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. If you find a decent recipe, then you'll have a cake. You know that I love cake.
I was just warming up.
Oh, that way is open for me. Interesting. Well, what's down this hallway? Okay, that's the sea locked off zone. Got it. Whoa, I'm floating. So this is weightlessness. What's that? Well, on the ground, the mana from Gnome, the summoned spirit of Earth, gives rise to the effect known as gravity. The reason we fall to the ground from high places is because Gnome's power pulls at us. But this place is so far away from the ground that Gnome's power doesn't reach. And so we float like this. Xerix, anyway, I had a really long day. Should start getting ready for bed. Don't float away, Pando? Of course. Thank you so much, Xerix. Rest well. Have a really great night. And we'll see you again soon, okay? Kenji Hamari, fun! No kidding, right? He had an annoying attitude, but I guess Gnome's a pretty important summon spirit. Be careful and move slowly. Once you start moving, you can't stop until you hit something. Yahoo! This is fun! Ah! I'll be careful. So I'm just gonna have an ice puzzle then. I wonder how high up are we? We are inside of the Tower of Salvation after all. Are we higher than the clouds? We can see the stars around us. We have to be higher than the clouds. Oh yeah. It's so strange. Normally looking at the stars makes me feel safe, but now I feel scared. Don't worry, I'll protect you. I'll never let Crucius have you. Yeah, I'm not scared as long as you're with me. Let's hurry back to the surface and get your illness cured. Yeah. Xerix, it's not an ice puzzle. It's clearly an anti-gravity puzzle, Pando. Sheesh, you're right. What was I thinking? You got your 6th party member now? Nice, Neko. Okay. Got it. Got it. Are you okay, Persea? You don't look well. My head is aching and... And? I don't like it here. This empty, silent world. It feels like a world of death. I want to get back to the surface. Me too. Let's go back together to our world. Yes. Woohoo! Doodle-doo. Doodle-a-doo. Doodle-a-doo. This weightless stuff is a little hard to handle. Once you get used to it, it's pretty fun, Lloyd. Just imagine inviting a girl you like up here. You could have fun in all sorts of ways that you couldn't normally. Ugh. Like what? Playing tag or something? You're a really boring guy, Lloyd. Okay, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. That's okay. Do. Hi, Mew DG. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? Yeah, Tales Symphonia. You bet your bottom dollar we're playing it here at the Pando Party. We're actually on an eternal quest to play through every JRPG ever, so if that sounds like a good time, you've come to the right place. What does this do? It's a lift that goes down. Use it? Yes, please. Mew, did you first time playing this? No, actually. I played it when it first came out many years ago, like many moons ago. You can see we're playing on my GameCube, my original GameCube. Got my original copy of Symphonia back here, sitting on the stream team chair. So this is definitely my second time playing it, but the first time was like back in 2006. So I don't remember most of it. I remember a lot of the main plot points, but I don't remember almost everything else. So it feels like almost like a first time again. Doodly-doo. Wait a stitch. I'm guessing I have to drop something on the other level because otherwise it doesn't seem like I can do anything here. Go down. What if I talk to this? Nothing. Okay, well, we tried something. Okay, so is there like a thing you had to touch here? Probably. Oh, here's another one. Zane, oh gosh, you've spent hours here. Mew DG, I'm the same way. I also really like puzzles like these. Zane, how are you doing tonight? Welcome on into the Pando Party. What's going on? What's on the up and up? Mew and Zane, do you both really like Tales of Symphonia a lot? Okay, here we go. Okay, just go zippity-zoo. And a bottle of... Okay, then we go with zippity-zoo, zippity-zoop. Do I want to? Okay, if I do this, can go into it. No, that's the way I came in, I think. So, is there... I don't... It's kind of a little blurry, but I don't think there's a treasure chest in here. I don't think so. Okay, let's go up here. Mew, you love Tales of Symphonia. Your first Tales game ever? Me too. It was my first Tales game ever as well.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
I was very big into the Final Fantasies in the PS1 era. That's when I really got into games when I was a teenager on the PS1. But I was like, and when I was a teen, like when I was 15, I was like, turn-based only. And then this is the game that made me be like, oh, I can play other games too. Colette's your favorite character? Colette's my favorite character too. Okay, we made it through that one zone. I don't know if we missed stuff. I can't really... Oh, this is just closed off. So, okay, so clearly we have to go back in here and probably figure out a switch. I'm guessing. Oops. Okay, okie dokie. Okay, so this just brings me all the way back to the swoopy swoops, which is fine. Oh, I see. There's another down elevator in here, which is just fine. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Ah, stink. Like this. And then I go like... Oh, that's going to get me stuck that way again. I don't want to get stuck that way again. I guess I'm kind of just doing it to myself here, though, huh? Star Pendle. This seems a lot more puzzle heavy than later Tales. Really? I always feel like the Tales games always had like a puzzle, like the puzzle thingy. But alas, again, I could be totally wrong. I think. Maybe I have to come in from a different way. Maybe we'll try. Okay, you know what? We'll go like this. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. Go like this. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. Oh wait, it goes down more. Oh wait, no. All right, it went up from there. Right. Okay, now that I'm here. Remember Zillia barely having any puzzles? Really? I don't. Oh, there's. Oh, I can also. Oh, I could have went down. There's thingies down too. Of course. Okay, so let's. Okay, I can't do it that way. Now, how for thou does one such as myself? You wonder if Arise brings back more, though? Yeah, I don't know. Nekomichi, if you're around. Have you found if there's more puzzles or not in Arise? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Well, Finnemer. Okay, I can't do this one yet. There's... Oh, wait. Did I come down here? Oh, wait. Can I go... Wait, yeah. There is nothing here helping me to get anywhere else. I can't go around. I can't go... Okay, so this is just not gonna happen here. Okay, so I don't think... Okay, so if I go like this, boom, 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 boom. I don't think there's any way for me to come down into that zone there. I don't think these do anything, right? These are not switches or anything. Alright, can't use my little gun in here. Doodly-doo. Okay. Oh. Okie dokie. Oh, in some of these spots I can shoot this. Well, that's interesting. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference, but... Okie doke. Alright, I'm gonna go like this. You think I can enter the door on the right? Oh, I think maybe you might be right. From here? Yeah. Okay, that's not the answer. Oh, come on. Okay, so that doesn't work. But you're right. There's got to be some way to get into this door, right? Like that. No, no, no. Go like this. Oh, maybe like this? No. Of course not. Okay, maybe like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Oh yeah, I hope not too, Star Pendle. There we go. We figured it out. Wahoo! That's the ticket. Now we're playing with power. Zane. Okay, here we go. Pando's killing it. Well, hey, for anyone watching who maybe is not officially part of the Pando Party yet, if you like JRPGs at all, if you like, if you want to watch someone do a quest to play through all of them, when we beat Symphonia, we're going to play Breath of Fire 2, and then I have the community vote on every JRPG we start to play, and we kind of, oops. Disengaging, red gate lock. I do voice acting whenever there's no actual VO in the game. Not good voice acting, I should say, just for funzos, for us to have a good time. And additionally, if you so when we choose our games, we do like a Super Nintendo era, like a retro. That could also include NES style games or old games. No, Master System, Genesis. The Phantasy Stars will happen eventually. And then from there, I choose a PS1 era JRPG. Then we do a sorry, I'm just, focusing on this puzzle. Then a, PS2 GameCube era, and then we go back around. That being said, we will go newer RPGs as time goes on. But we're getting some of the older stuff out of the way first. Anyway, that's what the Pando Party's all about. That sounds like a nice time. Feel free to come hang out with us. Give us a little follower or whatever. Otherwise, let's watch me figure out this this ice puzzle. Then it's outside this area? Right, like I have to go it's probably like back out, right? Like back all the way out to the other parts where we were running around. Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured, but we'll doubly check here. I like to be thorough. I'm pretty sure it won't, because you're right. This is a C gate, I think, that's here, and those are green.
Not even a contest.
I think the B gates are red? Okay, yeah. Oh no, this was an A gate, so not even any of the ones that we're looking for, but that's fine. Okay, well, let's get out of here then. Let's skedoodle. Vamoodle. Through the here. Yeah, let's get out of here. And then go like this, we go like this, we go like this, we go like this, we go like this. Perfect. Now let's run. Oh, let's fight this monster, I guess. I saw this robot. Robot, you get got. Get got robot. Easy peasy, exactly. Once I figure out what's possible in a nice puzzle, it's over for the puzzle. I got it. Hello, Kappa13. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? We are playing the GameCube version, absolutely. We're playing my original copy that I played and finished in 2006. That was a long time. That was a long time ago. Okay, so this looks like I'm doing great, Kappa. Thank you so much for asking. We're just having a nice time hanging out with Tales of Symphonia. Getting perpetually lost as I tend to do, but that means you get to grind out some levels.
Are you okay?
Yo, machine, don't do that. Good job, Colette. Way to just throw God's judgment on that one little robot. Oh, nice. Got a treasure chest here. A rare guard. Okay. That's for, I believe, Colette. I'm lazy, so we'll just... Oh, did she already have one of those on? Can anyone else wear one? Oh, Slasher. Did I already go through everyone? Where's... Oh, okay, never mind. NVM, then. You had to use a map for this area because you're getting nowhere? Hey, that's totally fair. I usually just, you know, run my... I usually just brute force all of these kind of things, and I'm like, well, hey, if we get lost... Zangkog, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome officially to the Pando Party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Cactuar pose. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I hope to see you around again. I'll be live tomorrow, not with Symphonia. It's always a bonus stream tomorrow. But I'll be back on Wednesday with more Symphonia. So, if you want to check the next Symphonia stream, that's when you can find me. But thanks for hanging out. Wow, okay, that's I think overkill rain, but whatever.
That was so easy.
Was it so easy, Zelos? Okay, so
Not much of a step.
that was that whole area. Yeah, get got robot. Sorry, I'm gonna say that like 8 more times tonight because I think it's very funny in my humble heart. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that good. Okay, here we go. Up here, we will find... Oh, we opened this gate. Well, that's fun. But is this a way we've already been? Maybe. The one thing that I feel is a little detrimental to exploration in this game is that you'll fight all the enemies on a screen and then you'll accidentally walk into like another area when you didn't mean to. And you're like, dang it, now I have to refight all these enemies. I mean, you could avoid them, I suppose, but it's just, it always feels like a bit of a bummer. You're like, oh, I thought I already did this, but alas, alack. Am I on the other side now? Is this good? Or am I where I've been? I think I'm where I've been. So I'm going to, you know, go this way first. Maybe? I think... I don't know.
Not much of
You're right. Kappa, I'm going to be so lost too here. And now there's new spots that, like, at least, like, I'll see treasure chests I've opened. I'll be like, okay, definitely been here before. But... any secrets, I might miss them. This place is just littered with these robots for beating up. So that's some Buster Bars from Dairy Queen this weekend. And those are flipping good. Now I'm just dreaming of Buster Bars. Okay, wait. I've totally been down here before. Okay. I've been here before. That's fine. That's cool. Did I get a new way open? This looks different. Yeah, it's the blue switches.
This is gonna be cake.
Okay.
Kappa, the map was more confusing than the areas, honestly. It was labeled weird. Oh, yeah, you know, sometimes... Okay, so I'm not saying you did this, but... you know, I'll frequently... I used to go to GameFAQs a lot. And I still do sometimes to this day. And... seeing the HTML design maps, and you're like, what on earth are all these letters? What is this supposed to mean? But yeah, just running around and discovering things, I usually feel like it works out pretty well for me, honestly. From there, yeah, of course. So you're like, wait, what? What are these letters? What is this? I'm not playing an ASCII game. Disengaging blue gate lock. Okay, great. We did it. We got the blue gates open, folks. I think there's only, was there a D lock? I don't remember. I know there's at least 3. Okay, so that's that direction. We know that way's done. Toasted and roasted up.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. Healing circle.
Demon perfect victory light spear. Victory light spear.
Oh, that little hype cat is so cute, Cat Paw. Okay. Okie dokie then. Let's go through here. You're welcome. Let's walk up this way and see what's on the up and up over here. Oh, it's gonna be okay, everyone. We're doing fine. We're kind of murdering all these robots. We've got really no problems here.
I was just warming up.
Do. Okay, this looks okay. Well, no, we've totally been there before.
This is gonna be cake.
The one good thing about getting lost in a game is that you just overfight everything and then you get over leveled.
I was just warming up.
Okay. Right, Catpaw? It really helps when you're like, oh, wow, okay, battles are not so tough at the moment. Okay, so this is where we came in. This is the original start spot, I think? No, that doesn't make sense. But let's see what's down here. I feel good about exploring this direction.
This is gonna be cake.
I feel it in my bones, in my heart of hearts, that this way is the way we want to go. So, Catpaw, what other games are you interested in other than Symphonia? What do you like to play normally? And anyone else in stream, if they feel like talking about the games they like. I'm here for it. I'm always here to talk about all of the games. Yeah. Eat it. Romont.
I was just warming up.
You mostly play JRPGs? What are some of your favorites? Okay, here we go. Okay, we were in here. We inspected all this. We looked at that. This looks new. Indeed it is. Dragon Fang. Is that for me? No. Who's this for? You? Ah, you. Hey, Captain Giraffe, how you doing tonight? Catpaw, Symphonia, Zillia, Persona 3, Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep. Oh, good. The Persona 3, 4, and 5 are amongst my favorite games of all time, for sure. That's awesome. Those are some very nice choices. I'm actually always just constantly singing the Persona 4 music. I played 3 very first though, and I really, really love 3. 3 is a very special place in my heart, even though 4 is my fave. But when it came to Persona 3, I was really hesitant to play it because I played, I used to own Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, and like way back in the day, and little Pando, 15-year-old Pando, was like, I don't get it. I can't play this video game. It's not my usual JRPGs, right? So I was very, now I know I love it, but you know, you can't argue with your past self. It's already over. So I was like, I don't know if Persona 3 is going to be for me, but it had all these like rave reviews. And so I was like, fine, I'll pick it up and see what's going on. And when I picked up Persona 3, I fell madly in love. Oh my gosh, have I never fallen for a game quicker than I did Persona 3? And then I played, until I played 4, and then it was over for me. Persona 4 was just, oh man.
This is gonna be cake.
Star Pendle, excited for Persona announcements this month? Yes. Oh my gosh, darn gracious. Though my expectations are tempered. I'm expecting to get like 5 mobile announcements and 12 like, you know, fighting games. Star Pendle, so while I'm sure like they would like me to think they're making Persona 6, I can't, after how long it took me to get Persona 5, I can't hold my breath. Captain Giraffe, a little tired. This area seems pretty confusing. Yeah, it's something else. It's actually, you know, it's what it truly is not that bad. What it needs is for me to, well, it's mostly just I've done a lot of it before, and now only like little parts of the path open up for me. So I'm like, well, which part of the path opened this time? And then yeah, lots of back and forth, exactly. Nekomichi, that reminds you just picked up the dancing games on PS4 for sale. $18 after tax for all 3. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, I like it. The dancing games. The Persona 4 dancing game actually feels like an actual, like, little bit of a sequel. The other 2 are just, like, really silly. Like, they have no relevance to the story. They're just like, oh, here's a excuse for a dancing game.
Was that a bit too much?
What I am excited about is that they actually put the Persona 3 portable female protagonist in the they actually put her in the promotional footage this time, so I'm hoping that means we actually get Persona 3 portable somewhere not on the PSP, because I love and I do not want to ever turn on my PSP ever again. Nekomichi, if you recall correctly, it's until the 16th, but it's like $16 for the P3, P5 dancing pack. Oh, Nekomichi, I already own all those suckers. I got a Persona problem. I got a problem, and it's Persona. A straight up Persona problem. Star Pendle, I do want to see Persona 5 story more, but in a non-fighting game. Yeah, totally. That would be very nice. Agreed. Nekomichi, and that comes with the P4 one for free. Totally. Kenji Haji. Oh, you're saying for anyone else? Of course, yes. There. Nekomichi, you hated the answer, so P3P is fine for you. Persona 3 portable. Oh, with FES content is the dream. Yes, I want all the extra stuff from the FES with my female protag. And it doesn't have to be the dream. It just, I mean, it doesn't have to be the answer. It just has to, I mean, the answer is just hard dungeon at the end with an extra end story, I guess. But, for me, there's a bunch of, like, actual story stuff in the middle, too, I think. Yeah, that's the thing, yes. FES is more than just the answer, which is a bummer that they never had all that stuff in P3P. Oh my gosh, I can't talk anymore. P3P. Okay, we'll find our way out of here eventually, everyone. I'm so sorry for just running around in circles. Aimlessly. Don't... And, let me just have to fight all these jerks.
Not much of a specimen. Ready?
Nekomichi, I thought everything else from FES was in PS3P. What wasn't? I think all the extra story stuff wasn't. I'm pretty positive. Catbot, just watching. I love that little, the little Cyndaquil eating the popcorn. It's so good. I bet you're just like, yeah, getting lost. Yeah, lots of the small little events were cut. Okay. We've done this. Go away. Okay. Okay, that was where we got the thingy. Okay, maybe we just gotta go back to the. We gotta go back to the puzzle. Don't fight me, please. Okay. Yes. Okay. Wait. What if we went back to the puzzle? I don't think that's really gonna help, but we'll go back to the puzzle. You beat this game 5 times and you always get lost here, so you feel the pain. Aw, thanks. Yeah, man, I feel like I'm paying pretty good attention too. Usually I'm like half paying attention to chat, and which I am. I'm also paying attention to the chat, but I can't tell if I'm just like not giving it the all, or if I'm just like well and totally lost. It'd be nice if there was better visual indicators of where I was, but it all just looks like the same. Don't fight me. Okay, so here we go, back into Icy Land. Now, what if we were to go... I don't think this is going to make a difference, actually, but I'm just curious. Keyboard Turner Overdrive. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? One of these days you'll get around to playing this game? Hey, I totally understand that. I played this game when it initially came out, and I always intended to replay it, and I hadn't. Just, you know, one of those main reasons why I started streaming. I was like, I want to just play through stuff I haven't yet. But yeah, I highly recommend it for sure. How you doing tonight, Keyboard Turner Overdrive? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Okay, this way should be open for your old Pando.
You guys stalking me or something? No way.
Ready?
Wow, please don't do that anymore, robot man. Yeah, eat it. Robot, get God. It looks like they shoot out these little, I don't think they are, but it looks like they're shooting out paper cranes at that one point, and I think that's very fun. You're doing pretty good, says Keyboard. Just lurking around streams tonight. Hey, that's the way to do it, honestly. Are you seeing some good stuff out there? Oh, we made the meat stew. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm feeling it in my bones. This is going to be different.
Not much of a specimen.
Or it's just going to be the same, different part of the same part we've already been in. Well, Tails is good, so yeah, of course, indeed it is. Flippin' love the Tails. Will you play Tales of Arise? On stream in a long time, but for me, Tales of Arise is what I call a PPT game, a Pando personal time game. Okay, so currently in my real life, here's what's going on. I just got a PS5. So I've been playing the Miles Morales game that I've been waiting to play on the PS5. I know I could have played it on my PS4, but I wanted that PS5 experience, you know? I wanted that ray tracing. I wanted the 60 FPS. Okay, this is gonna go bring me back to the ice puzzle, but I want to inspect over here a bit more. I'm playing Miles Morales. That's gonna be quick. I'm like over halfway done it now. I did a lot of Astrobot. I also have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles that I'm playing through right now, which is a lot. I have playing a Garden Story, which is a little indie game that came out, which is really great. And I'm also just got the Neo World Ends With You for my birthday, so also very exciting. There's a lot of games going on, and then Tales of Arise just came out, and I really, really want to play it because I play all the Tales games usually. So dang it, there's a lot of games to play at the moment. Yeah, I loved the original World Ends With You so much. So then they came out with a sequel, and guess who? I was surprised that I haven't played it yet, you know? Just because there's so many games at once. Okay, here we go. Now we're playing with power. Where am I trying to get to in here? I don't even know. Oh, I want to get to this door. That makes sense. I'm like, I don't know. What do I do? Okay, here we go. Oh no, we want to go. I see. Okay. Okay, I think we can figure this out. I ain't no chump. Okay, nope, messed that one up. Okay, let's like this, 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 like this. Aha, like this, like this. Oh no, that's not like that at all. Oh wait, maybe like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Aha, look at that. Pando's a certifiable genius. Ooh, a holy circlet was found. Is that for you, Colette? Why, thank you, thank you. Okay, no, it's not for you. Is it for you? Oops, no, this slash, no, okay. Oh, for nobody. No one needs a holy circlet? Okay, fine. Ooh, the elevator key was found. Finally. Fresh vegetables. Dang. Okay, so let's vamoodle out of here. I think that's everything. Okay. Do. Yes, please. Get me out of here. And then where am I? Oh, right here. I just go like this. I think this will get me closest to where I want to go. I think the elevator shaft is just up hither.
This is gonna be cake.
Yeah, it is. Cake. Cake and chocolate cupcakes. More like healing circle. Oh man, I don't know why. I just have such a, all I can think about is a nice big fat chocolate cupcake right now. It's too late. It's too late to eat anything like that now.
Was that a bit too much?
Was that a bit too much? You made Rice Krispies earlier? Aw, man! Did you do anything special with them? Like put any sprinkles or like chocolate chips or anything around them? Or did you just nice OG original no foolin' Rice Krispie cakes? Rice Krispie squares, Rice Krispie cakes. There is no wrong answer here, by the way.
Demon spear.
Was that a bit too much?
No, Rain. You put some butterscotch chocolate chips on the top? Flip! That sounds flipping good. I am so... Now my... Oh, this is what I want. Yes, after all of that, I do want to save. Thank you. That sounds incredible. I wish I had those in my tummy.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
But what I did have, earlier this week, you know, I have some chocolate bars in my fridge if I get real wild and woolly. But I try not to eat too late, you know? I don't like sleeping with food in my belly. I mean, like food that I had earlier today, but you know what I mean. Like, I think eating too much before bed is not, it's not too wise, but flip. Do I want some? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We figured this out, everyone. Eating to it, yeah.
That was just warming up.
Hey Venom, how are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Okay. Oh. That makes sense. Okay. What's over here? Secrets? Nothing. Oh, hiccups. I think we've come down quite a ways. Yes, I don't have that bad feeling anymore. The question now is, will Crucius let us get away? In fact, it's a little disturbing that they haven't tried to stop us so far. It's just a little further. Let's be careful and keep going. Yes, you bet. You're right, Presea. Ooh, I didn't notice that one there. Sweet. We got this.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Venom, I had a weird day to be honest, and I'm exhausted. It was just a hard week. But we're one day closer to Friday. And we got Tuesday, and we got Wednesday and Friday Pando. So lots of good on the horizon. And you did get a 15 card today. Very cool. Well, I was positing to chat earlier today, Venom, if they would like the idea of once we beat Symphonia, when we do Breath of Fire 2, I might do that Monday, Wednesdays, and then turn Fridays into Final Fantasy 14 Fridays or FFFF. just until I can catch up, and then we can play some Endwalker on stream. I think might be really fun. Oh, you're not into that plan? I thought you'd be one of the folks who'd be very into that plan. Nekomichi, you just hit 20k points and the chat told you can get a Snorlax stream. Are you tempted by a Snorlax stream? Okay, this looks like the exit. Is there a save point around here before we hit that big purple swirling thing? It doesn't look like it. Nekomichi tempted, but you want to save up your points. Very fair. Venom, it's probably a good plan. You're like super piped for Breath of Fire 2. Like I was planning to get potentially rewatch stream next day if you get distracted. Breath of Fire 2 looks so good.
This is the sword Yggdrasil struck me with.
We did it, Cat Pod. It's true. I did it with your support, I think. Well, Breath of Fire 2, see, my reasoning was I don't think Breath of Fire 2 is going to be that long, Venom, or as long as like Symphonia or Xenogears was. So I feel like it's gonna go by a lot faster. Do you know what I mean?
Could this be the Eternal Sword?
No way! Nobody'd leave a sword that important in a place like this.
How about we take it to Heimdall and show it to the Elder?
Good idea. That way we'd know for sure.
You have not the right.
Uh-oh.
Ow! What happened?
A waste of effort.
Oh, look, it's Mythos,
Yggdrasil.
who looks a lot like our friend Mythos.
The eternal sword cannot be touched by those who lack the right.
The right?
He must be talking about the pact with Origin. That's the sword Yggdrasil tricked Origin into giving him.
Gullibus, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up?
You really are a pathetic bunch. It matters not. Origin is under Kratos' seal.
38 hours? Well, we're already way over that in so that's definitely significantly shorter than everything we've played in the last little while, Venom.
Either way, it is impossible for you to wield that sword. And without the power of the eternal sword, you cannot reunite the worlds. Your journey is futile.
Futile? You're the one who's making futile attempts to bring back the dead. Besides, what does splitting the world in two even have to do with that?
Gullibus, it's been great. Took the week off because of some crappy things, but glad to be back to streaming. I'm so glad to hear that, Gullibus.
The world still exists
I'm sorry
only
that
because they were separated into two.
Sorry that some crappy things happened, though.
No. It's because of being split in two that there's not enough mana, and countless people are suffering.
Yeah, you tell him.
Think for a moment. Why is there a shortage of mana? Well, what do you think, my fellow kinsman?
Me? Because the development of Magi technology resulted in a large consumption of mana?
Yes. And that Magi technology led to a great war. War consumes an abhorrent amount of mana.
Don't change the subject. There's a mana shortage because you won't let the Great Seed germinate.
I am not changing the subject. Even if the giant tree were to be revived, another war would make it wither and die. Wars are caused by two opposing forces. That is why I split the world in two. To isolate the powers that caused that foolish Karlan war into the worlds of Silverant and Tetheala.
By alternating between prosperity and dearth, the development of Magi technology is subdued.
Venom, Breath of Fire 3 says 45 hours, and Breath of Fire 4 says 42 hours. I feel like they were longer, to be honest. No, I don't. I mean, I think they probably feel longer back then when all games were long, but... Gullibus, okay, just wanted to drop in and say hello, but I hope you have a lovely stream, friend. Thanks, Gullibus. I hope you have a really great night. And you take care too. Be well and be safe, okay?
So that was your plan.
Although at the moment, Tetheala has prospered for a little too long.
You're lying. You're sacrificing the Great Seed just to save Martel.
That's right. The same way you abandoned the declining world of Silverant in order to save Colette.
That's...
What you're doing is exactly the same.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Lloyd isn't like you.
What?
Lloyd is looking for a way to save both Colette and the world.
Kappa, I love this part. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No kidding, right? It's exactly like that. Venom, Saga Frontier main story, all characters 14 hours. But to do extras is 35 hours. In other words, the side content adds more gameplay than the entire main story. Sounds about right. Holy, no kidding. Venom, Lloyd is exactly like you, actually. What? What are you talking about, Venom?
You're a coward who gave up.
It is the same thing. I am trying to create a world without discrimination. That is the way to save the world.
A world without discrimination? That's...
People fear and hate what is not normal. They are scared of those that are different. And the solution is for everyone to become the same. By using the X-spheres to eliminate the different bloods that flow through elves and humans, everyone on this earth will become the same lifeless beings. Discrimination will vanish. That is the grand age I strive for.
How to solve racism, turn everyone into zombies. Perfect.
Everyone? The same?
Yes, Desions and Crucius both exist for this purpose. The conflicts between the races born from discrimination will disappear, Genus.
people will stop treating us differently? Really?
Genus, don't fall for it. Think about how the X-Spheres are made. They're made at the cost of people's lives, like marble. Don't you see what's wrong with that?
With revolution comes sacrifice. If you cannot understand that, then you deserve to die with the others.
Catpaw, are you aiming to get someone in particular in Flanoir? Honestly, Catpaw, I don't remember what you're referring to. But it's not the second time I've heard someone refer to Flanoir. Venom, but if everyone is the same, who will do your amazing hairstyles, right?
However, first, you'll hand over the Chosen.
No, I won't let you.
You have no choice.
Like I was saying, Kappa, I totally forget. Like, I remember like all the big like story reveals, but I totally forget like all the smaller stuff. Uh-oh.
I'll show you the meaning of true power. That's all.
Okay, is this a fight that I have to win, or is this a fight that I can lose, that I have to lose? Or can I win it if I just try my very best like last time?
Okay.
Perish.
Damage guard.
That's all.
Double demon thing.
Honor us. Splendor of the song.
Holy lance. Ready for this?
That's all.
Sonic thrust.
That's all.
Holy song.
Watch out for the leg. Perish. Sword ring.
Ready? Healing circle.
First aid.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't feel quite like the Kratos fight I did where I felt like it was very easy to lose and I still eked out a win. But here, definitely feels winnable, much easier. I mean, tough, but not like, not too tough. Oh, here we go.
Colette.
Now!
Kappa, it feels so good to win Kratos.
You
It does.
little vermin. You may be one of us, but you shall pay for your treachery.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Why?
Lord Yggdrasil.
Chronima, why are you here?
Sir, new activity in regards to that certain matter has...
Understood. Not always is there a way to save everyone. Remember that. Lloyd, the path you seek is nothing but an illusion.
Venom, like seriously, props to the costume designers and stylists. They brought their A game to the scene, right? I love it. Nekomichi, I hate how they're pronouncing it should be Yggdrasil. Totally. Or more of the pronunciation on the Y there, but yeah, totally. This should be, I always want to call it the correct way. I always want to pronounce it the correct way, and then they're always like Yggdrasil. So I'm like, okay, he's Yggdrasil. So when I'm voicing the cutscenes, I'm always like Yggdrasil. But yes, otherwise it's Yggdrasil. It sure is Venom, but that's exactly what they're referencing. You can be both. It can be the tree. Yggdrasil. I don't think it's Yggdrasil. It's Yggdrasil, isn't it? Just much more clean. Yggdrasil. 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 Yggdrasil.
It can't be.
I guess it is more seal. I always say sill, but yeah. Yggdrasil. Venom, I prefer the Ifa tree when you were still called the Leafa tree. Oh my gosh, I called it the Lifa tree my whole time playing Final Fantasy IX. The Lifa tree.
What's
All
wrong,
right.
Genus?
It's his little buddy Mythos.
Nothing.
Lloyd, we must treat Colette as quickly as possible.
Hi, Simper. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up?
Right. Let's head back for now.
The Eternal Sword is right in front of me, but I can't do anything. It's no use. Yggdrasil left it there because he knows we can't do anything with it. What did Yggdrasil mean by right? We can talk about that later. Right now, we have to cure Colette. Okay, great. Just great. I can't do anything with it. You're right, I can't. Sorry. Let's get out of here. Man, well, Gaia was quite a place, wasn't it? Yeah. You've been acting depressed since a little while ago. Don't worry, Altessa's going to take care of Colette. Yeah, he will, right? I hope she gets better soon. It doesn't sound like Colette was what's on his mind. Yeah. Okay, let's vamoodle down the hall. Let's get out of this creepy place. I think you're getting relatively close to the end of the game. Let's go to Altessa's place. We need to cure Colette. Ooh, and a save point. Yes, please give me the save point. Altessa! What's wrong? Colette's collapsed. We have the necessary items to cure her. Please save her. You found out how to cure it? But what can I do? We want you to make something called a rune crest. I remember the process as described in the book. Let us hurry, Master. All right. Everyone else go outside. I wonder if Colette is going to be okay. We've done everything we can. She's right, Lloyd. Have something to eat and calm down. I can't eat at a time like this. Don't say that. How about some carrots? Or a potato? I love to eat a potato. I really don't want any. Hey, what's with you and Genus? Why are you both acting so gloomy? Yes, what's wrong, Genus? Mythos, actually, treatment is complete. Zelos is a potato. It's true, Catpaw. Zelos is the worst. You know, actually, yeah, that's a disservice to potatoes because potatoes are flippin' rad. How's Colette? She's sleeping now. When she awakens, her body will be back to normal. And the Crucius crystal should be fully controlled by the rune crest. That's good to hear. I see. Now Colette doesn't have to suffer anymore. Okay then, let's have dinner in celebration of Colette's full recovery. What's with you and wanting to eat so much? 'Cause we're best friends, right? I'm worried about you. You've got to be tired. It looks like you're good friends. What about throwing a potato at Zelos? A rotten potato. Otherwise, I want to eat the potato. Yeah, but doesn't it though? Are you tired too, Genus? Mythos, we're friends, right? What? Of course. What are you talking about? We're really friends, right? Yeah. I believe you, okay? Brig, Big E cashed in his Money in the Bank contract to Bobby Lashley to become the new WWE champion. Oh man, is that real exciting, Brig? Cat Paw, throw rotten potatoes at Mythos too, right? Absolutely. That kid. Oh my god, Big E. Are y'all excited about this? Is it a real big deal? Is it a PBD? A pretty big deal? Now I feel sleepy all of a sudden. I'm going to bed. It's not good for your digestion if you sleep right after eating. Are you all right? Your fatigue may have finally caught up with you. I'm fine. I'm just going to lie down for a little while. Cat Paw, congrats to the WWE fans, right? I have zero idea what y'all are talking about, but I'm pumped for you. Brick and Morph.
My body. I can't move.
Do you want to meet your father?
Huh? What have you done with my dad?
You on? What's up? Do we get the big reveal here? Is this when it happens?
Kratos? The Renegades and Crucius are enemies, aren't they? So why...
Quiet. Of course, the drug should have everyone sleeping soundly.
Cat Paw. Bota's, I always want to call him Bota, but they call him Bota, right? Death makes you sad. His death, it's I don't feel like they make him a warm enough character to make you feel super bad about it, but it is kind of sad.
Drug? Where's my dad? If you've done anything to my dad, I'll tear every last one of you to pieces.
Brig says, Mothy, you're excited for your new show, Coffee with Mothy.
Now, is that the way to act when you're about to meet your father for the first time?
Oh yeah, this is totally the part. Morph. Brig told me there's a new YouTube series called Coffee with Mothy. Is that for real? No, we're just on the 23rd. We're doing a special Coffee with Mothy stream. Is what we're doing. Just on the 23rd of September.
So it was you. You were the assassin who tried to kill me at Haima.
Kratos, if you value your son's life at all, do as we say.
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
Kratos?
Release Origin's seal. Otherwise, Lloyd will die right here.
No. Kratos can't be my dad.
Cat Paw, Daddy Kratos, have you read the manga of Symphonia? There's some fatherly love in there. No, I haven't. Morph, is the coffee stream during the day? It's a Thursday, so it's not during the day. You can't have coffee at night. Well, you could have like a warm beverage. You could have a tea. You could have a beverage, a warm beverage. You could have it. A lot of people drink after dinner coffees. It is Venom. It's on the 23rd of September. It's been scheduled since August.
I can't believe that. I won't believe that.
How does it feel to have your own son reject you like that?
Cat Paw, you read the manga. Did you watch the anime? Sure, you could have an Irish coffee, a hot toddy, whatever you want, Morph.
I'd guess from your attitude, you don't plan on releasing Origin. If that's the way it's going to be, then you'll just have to die.
Did you like the anime, Cat Paw?
One move and your son dies.
You changed once you got a family. Just like that time 15 years ago, when Anna was transformed into a monster. You lost your ability to fight back.
What?
If she hadn't been together with you, she would have never turned out like that. Such an unfortunate woman.
Aw, jeez.
Don't mock my mom. Kratos?
Are you all right? Good.
This is your dad.
Lloyd,
I haven't seen.
What's wrong? What's going on?
I didn't have any. What was I thinking? Venom, you want Mothy to set up a treat stream for exactly what she wants. Mothy might have a glass of wine. I don't have any wine. And then I didn't see any of the Tales anime for sure. Cap awesome stuff at the start made no sense. Like there was no Marble character, so that was confusing. There was no Marble? That is kind of weird. She's such a important part of the beginning of the story. Oh, excuse me.
What am I supposed to believe?
Lloyd, calm down.
It's not true. Kratos can't be. The man who betrayed us and made you suffer. He couldn't possibly be my dad.
Lloyd, don't lose sight of who you are. No matter who your parents are, no matter your background, you're still you.
I'm me?
You're the one who told me that no matter what I look like, even if I become an angel, I'm still me.
How do you make Zelos your bestie, and why would you want that? Let's have Mothy play WoW Classic. Mothy once made a blood elf. Mothy doesn't probably even know where all her pictures are. Just kidding. Venom, like 4-year-old Pando and Pinktails riding a bear like all Canadian children do.
And don't forget, Kratos saved you.
Yeah, you're right.
Definitely was never riding a bear cat paw.
Thanks.
I think there's a legend to Canadians that my American friends have built up in their brain, maybe.
But I still can't call you Dad.
Lloyd.
I hate what Crucius does. Too many people have died.
Kappa, are you also Canadian?
People from Silveron, people from Tetheala, Desians and Renegades and members of Crucius, they're all victims. I refuse to accept the idea that it's okay to sacrifice people for a cause.
I'm in Alberta too, Kappa. I'm actually in Edmonton.
It's not okay to lose any life. No life should be born for the sole purpose of dying.
Kappa, are you also in Edmonton? Brig, you are not. You are in Kansas and you're the most Kansasonian Kansasness. Although you're not originally from Kansas, are you? You're actually from California, right?
I won't sacrifice the world to save Colette. I'm not giving up until I find a way for everyone to live.
Wow, that was an amazingly corny speech. Congratulations.
Ah, here comes the jerk. Here comes the jerk mythos. Venom, you know how in Game of Thrones everything they knew in the Seven Kingdoms about the wildlings was wrong? That's an allegory for us Canada perceptions. Brig, I'm from all over. Nekomichi, Mothy's your second favorite Canadian.
Mythos?
Kappa, not Edmonton, but 1 hour and 30 minutes away. Oh, that's so fun.
Did you think I didn't notice what was going on? How pathetic.
Well, that's fun, Kappa. Pando is Matthias third. Oh, well, I thank you, Nekomichi.
I had Pronema keep tabs on Kratos, since it seemed he was leaking information to Lloyd's group.
Damn it! Yggdrasil! How the hell did you find out?
Uh-oh.
What?
That was a pretty amusing scheme you had going.
How'd y'all not figure that one out?
Hard to believe those filthy renegades that were always getting in my way were actually led by you.
Mythos the hero, right, Kenji? Jeez.
If it weren't for my sister's wishes to spare your life, I'd kill you right now.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it! What are you...
Right this laugh. Holy Kappa.
What's going on?
Mythos.
So it's true. What's true? That you shouldn't have trusted me? Good guess, Genus. Because I didn't trust you either.
Oh man, everyone's sacrificing themselves for everyone.
Mythos saved me.
Shut up.
Mythos saved me. Mythos.
How could you do that? You even risked your life to save her.
Mythos, why? Why are you doing this? How could you hurt Tabitha and Altessa? You got along so well with them.
Tabitha. That doll looks so disturbingly like my sister. I never could stand her. She's a failed vessel who couldn't accept my sister's soul.
Hey, Cat Paw, thank you for following. Welcome officially to the Pando Party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Cactuar pose. Is that kid like Joffrey, like watching the Rugrats play Game of Thrones? Almost. Aw, look at that little, oh my gosh. What is her name? What is his name? I got it. Morgana, thank you. Oh my gosh. Sometimes my brain's not all there.
Just looking at her makes me sick.
You little bastard! How dare you betray my best friend?
Lloyd, stop! Please, you're both my friends.
Oh, and here she comes with her
Lord Yggdrasil, your
breasts.
wounds are not yet healed. Please, leave this to the angels.
I don't approve of her. Nekomichi.
All right.
Morgana's voiced in Japanese by Akue Otani, who voices Pikachu? No way. No way. Nekomichi, if Morgana gets turned into a mouse, she goes choo-choo, just like she did Pikachu. Oh my stinking goodness. I wish I could do a Pikachu voice. Choo-choo. But I can't make my voice be like, Pika! I just can't do it. I try to do so many. I can do like this voice. I can Pikachu choo. I'll do a voice like this. But I just cannot. I cannot quite do that. I can't do her little like, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. I just can't do her Pikachu voice. Uh-oh.
Out of the way!
Okay, here we go.
Let's go all out.
Man, so we found out Kratos is our dad. Our friend Mythos is actually Yggdrasil in disguise. And then he went and tried to murder everyone. Well, dang. It's a whole lot to unload on us. I always remembered. That's the one thing that always stuck with me. I knew that Kratos was my dad all along.
How can this happen? You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
No life should be born for the sole purpose of dying? What do you think those X-spheres are that you're using?
Ooh, he has us there, Burn. Are you alright? With this, all of our efforts have been rendered useless. You plan to form the pact with Origin and use the Eternal Sword. Correct. And then we would use the Mana Cannon to destroy that infernal tower, allowing the Great Sea to sprout. That was our plan. Upon learning of your existence from a Design insider, I was certain I would be able to force Kratos to participate. You didn't approve of Mythos' Age of Half-Elves? That plan was the result of a twisted perception of Martel's last wish. It's not what she truly desired. What was Martel's last wish? She said she wanted to see a world free from discrimination. You shouldn't move. No, there's no time. I must evacuate the renegades before they are killed by Yggdrasil. Catpaw, do you have a favorite character in this? I would say, strangely, I would say my favorite character is Colette. I really do love how she she was just like, I think I was like, okay, she's going to be kind of just the annoying goody girl, like the annoying pretty perfect girl with the clumsiness. But then when Sheena was like, I want to kill you, and Colette's like, I just want to be her best friend, I'm like, okay, she's got like this dumbness to her that I really appreciate, like a dumb kindness that's just, it's good. It's just, it feels good. Is Kratos really the only one who can release Origin's seal? Yes, the seal will be released upon freeing the mana from his body. If he does that, he's likely to lose his life. Yes, the seal is based on his own life. What about you, Catpaw? Kratos' life? Are you saying we have to trade his life in order to get the Eternal Sword? Lloyd, you won't be able to use the Eternal Sword. It does not require the power of a summoner. You must merely be acknowledged by Origin. However, there is one thing you cannot do anything about. What do you mean? Yggdrasil, Mythos said that too. Only half-elves can wield it. That sword was created by Origin for Mythos. What? Sheena and Kratos? Kratos, very, very, very cool. I really do like him. I kind of forget a lot about him at the moment, so I think I remember that I did really like him. I think I'd like Sheena a bit better if she wasn't like so tsundere, you know what I mean? Tabitha, welcome. Please state. I'm so sorry. I failed to protect you. Oh, Lloyd. Don't talk. Don't push yourself. Altessa saved me. Please, Professor. Please save him. I'm doing everything I can. Mythos, why? Why did he do this? There's more info revealed about Kratos in the audio CDs. Ooh. Is Altessa going to be all right? I managed to administer first aid using the unicorn horn, but we should bring a doctor as soon as we can. Yeah, unlike us, Altessa isn't using an X-Sphere. Healing arts won't be very effective. I know a good doctor. We called him from Flenoir when our chief suffered a serious injury. Let's go there, Lloyd. Let's call the doctor for Altessa. Okay, Flenoir, right? Let's go. Kappa, are you going to do the Devil's Arm side quest and the Maxwell side boss? I don't think so. I don't think we'll be doing anything major side stuff in this game. I think we're just playing for the full story, front to back. I think Mythos really was Yggdrasil. Genus, you knew it, didn't you? Why didn't you say anything? Because I didn't want to believe it. He was my friend. He was so nice. Genus, don't let him trouble you. Don't let him lead you astray. Do you understand? I know, but the tears just won't stop. Kappa, you watched a video on YouTube that went through the audio CD Symphonia and Dawn of the New World story, so it revealed more of the story. That's interesting. Spikers, Amanda, you beautiful person. How goes it? Thank you so much, Spikers. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? I'm doing very, very well. Thank you so much for asking. Jake, did anyone watch the Freak Show boxing matches on Saturday? Anderson Silva knocked Tito Ortiz out cold. Face down on the mat. Was scary, actually. I did see those, actually, Jake. We were happy to see Anderson Silva kill it. How about you? Did you watch them? Was it fun for you? Were you happy with the results? Spikers, I had to ask. Just got here, but you had to ask. Of course. Okay, Flenoir, we gotta go get that doctor. I am Sanity. Do you remember what's going to happen in Flenoir next? Asking while trying not to spoil anything. I don't remember. I've heard hints about stuff that could happen. I mean, I've heard people suggest that there's stuff that happens in Flenoir. But I do not remember what happens here. So if there's any like hot tips, just let me know if there's something I should know. Jake, you're a big Silva fan, so you're happy. You're glad he's doing well, making bank after leaving the UFC. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. She knows her fights. I watch some UFC. I don't follow super closely, but I do know quite a bit. Jake, you think the Holyfield fight was stopped a bit too soon, though, but you don't think it was going to end any other way? Yeah, he was an old man. If I was him, I'd be like, can we just stop it? Neko, just make sure you choose not to go outside with anyone else. Okay, will do. Spikers, also, Shield Hero just got pushed back. Anyone know release date for season 2? What is Shield Hero? Kenji, love this area. Me too, Kenji. It's a really nice little snow zone, right? Where's Zelos? What is wrong with him? Why is he wandering off at a time like this? We don't have a choice. Let's go see the doctor first. So why do we have to come way out here just to find a doctor? If you want just any doctor, regardless of skill, there's plenty available. But with a severe wound like that, there's only a few who could save him. We won't get anywhere by standing around talking about it. We need to hurry. Yeah, I know. Hang in there, Altessa. What's this? All right, dog we named. Shield Hero is a great anime? Oh, I'll have to check it out maybe. Eventually. Like, who knows when. Jake, you hope Jake Paul accepts the fight with Vitor Belfort, but there's no chance that he will. The Rising of the Shield Hero. Oh yeah, I don't know what any of that is. I've never even heard of that. But there's no chance that he will. Yeah, not even for 30 million. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose. That kid takes his smart fights. But first, Badge Chicken, Altessa's critically injured. Okay, let's go to a doctor ASAP. But first, a night at the inn. Yes, that's exactly how I do it. Kappa. Also, sometimes they won't let you reject the last one. It forced an outcome on you last time. For something in the end here. Oh, okay. Cold. You're such a wimp, Lloyd. It doesn't matter if I'm a wimp or not. It's still cold. Just don't think about it. And while I'm on the subject, how can you not be cold wearing short sleeves and shorts? What? Now that you mention it, I'm starting to feel really cold. I see what you mean about thinking about it. Kid, I wish I had your frog hat. Oh, totally. Spikers. I think everyone agrees. Ionis is in that weird rock they had me ingest. Use that to make the Ring of the Pact. Can I really do this? Zelos, there you are. Why are you mumbling to yourself? Neko, why are so many people streaming? Well, I am only streaming for another half an hour, so... Kappa, that rock is why he can use magic. What? Lloyd, you're late. The hospital's right here. Come on, hurry up. Hi, Komodo. How are you doing tonight? Doctor. Oh my, if it isn't Sheena. It's been a while. How is everyone in Mizuho? Okay, enjoy getting something to eat and then telling me all about it, Neko, when you come back. It's an emergency. We have someone who's about to die. Oh my, it sounds like things aren't quiet and peaceful. Stop standing there and chatting and hurry up and get ready to go. It'll cost you. How can you talk about money at a time like this? I'm not running my business as a charity. We'll pay anything, so please hurry. You're taking advantage of people when they're in need. Fine, we'll give you as much as you like. How much do you want? Let's make it payment upon success. First, I need to see the patient. Travel expenses and hazard pay will be billed separately. Fine, whatever. Aw, Komodo, I've missed having you around too. Kenji Harima. Yato has a girlfriend, not clickbait. Is your new favorite anime? That sounds kind of funny. It sounds like a good comedy. Then please, give me an escort. Let's see. The three of you will be good. We'll take your Riyard, okay? Yeah, okay. I guess I'll wait here in this city.
Who is it? Come on in.
Lloyd, did I wake you? It's snowing outside.
I was wondering why it was so cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
You sure sound happy.
Yeah, I mean, I can actually tell it's cold. I'm so happy.
That's right. You couldn't feel things like that just a little while ago, huh?
Say, Lloyd, if you don't mind the cold, do you want to go for a little walk?
Sure.
Look! You can see out over the city. It's so beautiful.
Matt Chicken, these two are cute. Agree. They did cure her leprosy, Jake.
Yeah.
Lloyd, do you remember what Kratos said?
What was it?
He said we can throw the X-Spheres away at any time. But right now, we need to carry the burden of the hopes and dreams of the victims and fight on their behalf.
Oh, that. That was when we saw X-Spheres being made at the human ranch in Silverant.
He was talking about your mother, wasn't he?
But he works willingly for the boss of the guy responsible for turning my mom into a monster.
I don't think that's true. Kratos saved us over and over again. And he protected you too, Lloyd.
Yeah, but...
And so, I'm sure he cares about both you and your mother. He's a wonderful father, don't you think?
In the second game, there's a scene where Lloyd says he loves Colette. Well, then what happens to Colette? Apparently he marries someone else? And then Sheena loves him? Like, I know Sheena loves him. I know she's got a big crush on him throughout this game, but what happens to Colette? Right, Neko, dang it, cat, right? At first I was like, oh, what did Cat Paw do? Sleeping in the middle of the hall. Aptly named him Imp. Oh yeah, you're a little cat sleeping in the hall. Of course. What did you get to eat, Neko?
Is that why you brought me out here? To tell me that?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, that little Kate Sith.
Thanks, but it's okay. I'm not really shocked about the fact that he's my father anymore.
But...
Origin Seal?
I'm sorry for bringing it up, but if he unleashes all the mana from his body, then not even he could...
I know. No one knows if he'll survive or not.
And that's why we need to find a way to release Origin without Kratos losing his life. Just like the way you saved me.
Colette?
I'm sure everyone will understand, okay?
Neko
Please?
points out that her name also means cat. I was actually going to bring that up. It's like, you're also a cat, Neko. Star Pendle, it's been a while, but I recall you can pick a love interest for Lloyd to pair with in Dawn of the New World. That's Colette being implied canon. I mean, okay, interesting. Neko, you have ice cream. What flavor? I must know everything. Cats everywhere, right? Cat Paw? Cats to my left, cats to my right. Cats in the front, cats on the floor.
Thanks, Colette. But I look at it this way. Kratos has his reasons for siding with Mythos, and I want to hear what those are. Anything else I do is going to wait until after that.
You're going, aren't you? To Darius Carlon.
Yeah. I plan to go after we check on Altessa's condition tomorrow. I don't agree with Mythos' vision. I have to prevent it from happening. I'm going to fight him.
Is it okay if I come a little closer?
Sure.
I don't want to see this beautiful scenery ruin the way Silverant was.
I won't let that happen.
This time, we're going to protect it, right?
Yeah. Do you know the seventh Dwarven Vow?
The little hearts on this scene. Thank you so much, Star Pendle, for those bits. It means so much to me. Thank you, thank you. That was such a funny little cats everywhere. Wait, is this Flanoir? It sure is an echo. Cat Paw. So if you would have said no to Colette, someone else would have asked if you wanted to go outside. Really?
The one you hate the most, right?
Goodness and love will always win. I really hope that's true.
Are you worried? Then take this.
What's this?
What is that? Is that a frog?
It's a charm.
Oh, it's a
Flanoir
bunny.
Snow bunny. They say it brings good luck. I had them take one to Altessa earlier.
Oh, what happened if I said no to Colette?
And this one's for you.
Thanks.
Lloyd, we're all with you. Now that you have a charm too, everything will work out okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Acquired snow hair. So what did I miss then if I missed up? It's the top 3 relationships and you're supposed to decline all 3 and go alone. Why would you go alone? Kappa. If you've said no to them all, Kratos would show up if his affection was high enough. If it's low, it forces you to take the last one that knocks on the door. Oh. You always take Bear on the date in Final Fantasy VII. That's canon. That's right.
Guys, how's Altessa?
Well, he managed to pull through. Some dudes from Mizuho were hanging out there to guard him, so everything is all right.
Good. I need to speak with everyone. The world is never gonna change if we just wait for Crucius to make the next move, right? So this time, we're going to strike them first.
Well, so you're finally ready to do it. We're gonna raid Crucius.
Yeah, I have 2 objectives. Prevent the establishment of Mythos' new age, and release Origin.
But if you release Origin, what about Kratos?
I don't really know yet. But we don't know for certain that he'll actually die.
Hey, Mothy, thank you so much for the gift sub.
To Cat_Paw_13.
Wahoo!
100 gift subs in the channel.
Thanks, Nekomichi. Yeah, oh yeah, there was 100 gift subs for the Mothy. That's exciting. Thank you, Mothy. And Catpaw, now you can spread the Pikas around the globe. Well, Mothy is my mother. She's my sweet mom. So it's very nice of her to do those things for me.
We also don't know if he'll side with us or not. We don't have the time to worry about things we're not sure of.
What do you intend to do about the Eternal Sword?
Starpindle gifted a tier 1 sub to Yam_Sanity.
Aw, thank you so much for the gift sub, Star Pendle. Aw, shucks. Okay, thanks. I'll definitely read through that for sure.
Even if you break Origin's seal, you can't wield it, remember? And I doubt either Genus or I would be able to handle a sword.
Don't worry about that. I've got it covered.
What are you talking about?
Why do you think I can use magic swords?
And I am Sanity. Now you also can share the power of the chew. Share that chew all over the internet. Kappa, also if you get someone who isn't Colette, it changes some cutscenes a bit. Yeah, it was probably always going to be Colette for me. I don't know if I ever would have had built up Kratos's love for me. I did always have him in my party, but And I did say I trusted him, so maybe it would have worked.
I received magic injections with the latest in Tetheala technology. In other words, I'm a human with elven blood in me. That should work, shouldn't it?
Then I guess this will be the final battle.
Understood.
For the sake of uniting the worlds.
Yeah. I'll do my best too.
Colette, I need you to stay behind.
Why?
They want you as Martel's vessel. We'll have either Mizuho or the Renegades hide you.
If that's what you want. No, I'm going too.
But
I get it. You don't think you can protect her. That is so sad.
what did you say?
I know, I feel bad being rude to Colette.
Don't worry, Colette. I, the great Zealous, swear to protect you.
Oh, you put it in Animal Crossing, Crossing Neko? Oh, I see. Let me see if we can do it.
Zelos!
Take her along, Lloyd. They're gonna be after her no matter where she is. You ought to know that by now. Be a man. Show her what you're made of.
Wow, we actually have the same opinion for once. Sorry, Lloyd, but I agree with Zealous this time.
All right. Colette will come with us, okay?
Thank you, Lloyd. And everyone else, too.
Okay. You know what? Let's, okay, you know
All
what?
right. Let's go kick some Crucius butt, Lloyd.
Zelos.
Okay, let's see here. You know what? We're going to do, we're going to do the reset. It was just before all of this. I saved just before we did the whole thing. So yeah, we'll try that again. Let's see if we can get Kratos here. I'm down. Do. Hey, anonymous cheerer! Thank you so much for those 100 Betazoids. Holy baloney, we got a hype train. Look at those cute little ghosts. Aw, thank you so much, everyone, for starting a hype train. Anonymous cheer, thank you so much for those 100 Betazoids. Okay, I'm just gonna slam through all this text that we've already seen. We already know all this stuff. Yay, bits! Thank you, thank you. do. Well, what a secret way to get that character, huh? Okay, here we go. Here we go, folks.
Who is it?
Lloyd,
I was wondering.
Yeah!
You sure?
Yeah!
That's right.
Say, Lloyd, do you want to go?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm sorry for bothering
I'm
you.
sorry, Colette.
Getting all happy and excited at a time like this, when Altessa is suffering? I'll go back to my room.
I'm sorry.
Who is it? Come on in.
It's me. Have you looked?
I was wondering why.
Let's go out.
I'm sorry.
Huh.
Jerk. Yeah.
Wow, that's some snow.
Lloyd.
Oh, am I gonna get it?
Did someone just call my name? Maybe there's someone outside.
These little frog faces.
Guess I was just hearing things.
Lloyd.
Ooh. My dad.
Did you know I was your son the whole time?
I realized it when I found Anna's grave at your house.
How did Mom die? You know, don't you?
Like Presea, Anna was a research subject of the Angelus Project. They were trying to create a crucius crystal inside her body. When I learned of Mythos' plan to create an age of lifeless beings, I turned against him and descended upon this land, where I met Anna.
So Mom was an experimental subject, just like Presea.
After meeting Anna, I realized my mistake in believing that accepting Mythos' vision would be the fastest route to reunite the worlds. I began to search for a way for a human to wield the Eternal Sword.
So you can unite the worlds?
Yes. However, Anna and I were pursued by Crucius. We traveled from place to place, and when you were born, with you as well. But we were finally caught by Kavar.
And then Mom was turned into a monster.
Her X-Sphere was removed. Lacking a key crest, the mana in her body went out of control, and she turned into a monster. When it tried to devour you, Noish protected you, and Anna regained control of herself, momentarily.
Noish saved me?
That's probably when Noish became sensitive to monsters.
And Noish. I always want to say Noish. Noish, Noish.
Noish and Anna were both wounded. Your mother begged me to kill her.
I've heard enough.
Anna went out of control again and turned on you. Then
That's enough!
I killed her.
I said that's enough!
After that, Kavar attacked. Then you and Noish fell down the cliff along with the X-Sphere. I fought off Kavar and his men and descended the cliff, but all that was left were the Desian corpses, half eaten by monsters.
Ugh.
I thought there was no way you could still be alive.
Is that when you returned to Crucius?
Mothy, thank you so much for the Bitazoids. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, cats on Mars, cats everywhere.
I am the Origin Seal itself. Since killing me would break the seal, Yggdrasil couldn't just leave me alone.
And you were okay with that? Even though you opposed what he was doing?
Everything felt meaningless. Mythos said he would reunite the worlds as soon as Martel was revived. I came to think that as long as the land would return to normal, that would be enough.
Thanks so much everyone for starting that hype train. It's okay if it didn't get going. We at least got it started, and I appreciate that all the same.
Until I met you.
Me?
You remind me of Mythos. Just like you, Mythos was desperately trying to save the world. He didn't give up. No matter how much he was oppressed, he was hopeful. Until the day Martel was killed.
A hero. That's what people call him.
Yes, but there is a clear difference between you and Mythos.
Our race?
No, not that. You realize that you are capable of making mistakes. Or rather, if you make a mistake, you are capable of acknowledging it. That takes courage. Mythos, as well as I, were unable to do that.
The courage to acknowledge one's mistakes.
We were incapable of correcting our flawed path. We gave up on correcting our mistakes. You didn't give up.
If you feel that way, then you must have realized it by now. Mistakes can be corrected. It's not too late. Let's look for a way to release Origin without sacrificing your life. Together.
I still have something I must do. Until I am able to entrust it to you, I cannot fight alongside you.
Something you have to do?
The Eternal Sword. Until I am able to entrust it to you, do not die, Lloyd.
Do not die.
Kratos, where are you going?
Do not allow Yggdrasil to continue as he pleases. He is capable of sacrificing any number of lives. Stop Yggdrasil. Stop Mythos before Colette is taken from you again.
I'll stop him. I'll head to Darius Karlon and put an end to this.
Got it. Heck yeah. Kratos, yeah.
Oh, Noish! What's that in your mouth? A pendant. What is... It's Kratos and... Mom? Then this baby must be... Me?
You gotta see the baby.
Kratos gave this to you, didn't he?
It's Breath of Fire 2, Mothy.
Okay. I'll hang on to it.
Okay, so we saw this scene, so we're gonna...
Guys, how's all...
Well, he managed to pull...
Good. The world is never... So this time...
Wow.
Yeah.
But if you...
We don't...
What do you... Even if you can't... And I...
Don't worry about that.
We saw all this already.
Why do you think I received magic in other words, that should...
Then I guess...
Understand.
For the...
Yeah, I'll...
Collect...
Why?
They will have...
If... No.
But...
That is... Don't. Take... You oughta...
Wow, sorry.
Alright.
Does Tethiala really have a technology like that?
It sure does, for some weird reason. Alright, let's go kick some Crucius butt, Lloyd.
Good night, Bootless Pit. Have a great night. Rest well. Be safe. And thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, so this is where I started blasting through. So I'm just going to press the button. We're going to listen to the rest of the cutscene now.
Zelos. Can I really trust you?
What are you saying? Of course you can trust me. I'm the type that responds to people's trust.
Really?
Really? Come on, let's go.
Uh-huh. That's so zealous. Woo, okay, let's save after all of that, right? Wahoo, buckaroo. So... So... There's like 8 million things happening here. So what are they gonna do? Trusting Zelos, Lloyd and the others set off for the holy ground of Carlon and Tethiala, where the Tower of Salvation loomed. Oh, that is a different... Oh. So... he would only... Okay, so this actually seems like a really great stopping spot for tonight for us anyway. So are you telling me is that because we're good pals with Zelos, with Kratos now, that that Zelos will now double cross us? And that he wouldn't? The words are different in that version. Interesting. So I forget if Zelos actually does double cross us or not. And if he does, would it happen only if I've become Kratos's? I'm not all blurry. I mean, if I'm all blurry, it's the internet, Mothy. Oh, I see. I am. My bits are down to my internet's almost dropping out. But as long as you can hear me. That's yeah, we're you are for you too. Yeah, I see. The internet, you can hear me fine, but yeah, my bit rate is dropped to real low levels here, down to the 500s. Woo. Is it fixing itself? But it is the end of stream, so that is okay. Okay, so everybody, just an FYI, so tomorrow we're doing our usual Tuesday, which will be tomorrow. I'll put up a poll for what you all want me to play on the Tuesday. Choose your Tuesday. It's bonus stream day. Though fair warning, I do have some got some family stuff going on after work tomorrow, so I might be a little late. So just keep that in mind. Roo. Pando could be late tomorrow. Then I'll be back Wednesday with more Symphonia. Quick question for my Symphonias. And yes, tomorrow will be the last day of the never-ending party. And for those who know Symphonia very well, is this actually going to be the last the last dungeon, do you think I'll beat the game on Wednesday? Or do you think it'll be more like Friday? Or am I not even as close as I think? What do y'all think my Symphonia symposium, my Symphonia symposiums? What? Gotta keep redeeming. Neko or Cat Paw. What do y'all think? You'll most likely finish it Wednesday? Ooh. Well, then that's exciting. If we finish it Wednesday, then you'll vote Wednesday as well. Okay, interesting. You think I'll beat it Wednesday? Well, that's fun. Well, then the end of this game kind of came up a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So yes, if we beat the game on Wednesday, then we'll start Breath of Fire, I think, on Friday, unless they start Final Fantasy 14 Fridays on Friday and then start Breath of Fire 2 on next Monday. But we'll see. Either way, I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same Pando time, same Pando place, which is 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and which is 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific. If you had a nice time here, please feel free to give me a follow-a-roo if you don't already, because then you can know when I go live. And then tomorrow is our bonus stream, Tuesdays. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. You're all the best, the bomb, and I can't wait to see you all again tomorrow. Nekomichi, Disc 1 is parts 1 to 7, and Disc 2 is 8 to 9. Yeah, you're right. I was like wondering if the back half was going to be a lot lighter than the first half, but hey, now we know. Okay, let's see who there is. Hey, Star Pendle, thank you so much for those Bitazoids. It means so much to me. Thank you. You're the best around. Okay, I'm just gonna try to find. I'm gonna back to Twitch here. Doodaloo doo doo doo. Do 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 ba boom ba boom. Do 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 do. You like this song? Is this a good song, everyone? Hey, let's go to Tales of Arise. Enchilada is streaming. So let's send the stream over the raid over to Enchilada tonight. And you're right. Yes, Neko. Thank you, Catpaw, for hanging out. I hope to see you again soon. And we'll give Enchilada a nice raid tonight. He's playing the newest Tales game, Tales of Arise. So have a great night, everyone. Rest well. Be safe. And we'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Woohoo.